show coming from the RAC store. With this back in the Mac in the back flow. Let's go, chillin' with raccoons by the back door. Take calls so you can stake more. All I wanna do is making dough, right? But I found this crew and doing alright. We Racøøn bitch, ready to fight. So many raccoons ready for the boss life. I might fly high like a kite, right? But always ready for a shite for the right price. Raccoon supply has the right price. Giving you respect if it's likewise. So I'm buying all the mean guys with the clean heart. Read between lies, laser beam through lean eyes. Warrior with clean lies, trash mouth, mean smile, be wise. NFT wise, fuck with these guys. It's the RAC lab from the back lab. 110 of these in my backpack. Crazy RAC lab from the stash app. RAC will take a lead in this haystack. It's the RAC lab.
Oh, excuse me. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Good morning, RAC FM. Today is Saturday, May 6, 2023, and this is the RAC FM Empawrium Beta Showcase. I'm Finn. I'm introducing the show now. Bruce, why don't you go ahead and introduce the devs?
Here comes the devs. So if you have any questions, I think they would be able to solve it right away. Hey Mal, welcome up, Raccoon.
Oh, I'm getting rugged. Wait a minute, are the raccoons here? I have to. I'm going to put this in the comments. I can literally see myself and Raccoon. Honest, the minute Sandy started talking, I got rugged. But there's some shit happening. Go and look down below in the chat. There you are. I've just posted, like I can see. Anyway, without further ado, Mr. Mall in the fucking red corner. Fucking reigning champion blockchain coder of the world right now. I mean, these guys are like literally flipping shit everywhere. Like, raccoons are everywhere right now. So, Mall, are you all right, my friend?
Hey, good afternoon. Yeah, it's doing pretty well. I just catch it a little cold yesterday, I think, because I didn't have much sleep, but going pretty well. The lunch went exactly like we thought, but very excited to have this launched. There's a couple of small things that we launched that you guys will discover, like we're very happy about like the profile thing. So now you can send messages between people. I think it's not 100% clear how to do it, but we're going to clarify it. But very excited to see people making offers in different denominations like Osmo or Well on the marketplace. So yeah, we're very happy.
Right, Mol, come on then, quick question. From where you sat or where you were a year ago, how happy are you with your performance, development, output, etc., etc.? Like personally, I mean, no one's here to judge you. Like, do you think you could have done more? Do you think you haven't done enough? Like, how do you feel, bro? Because we're in shock at how much you've done. But like, how do you feel?
To be entirely honest, if we go back to February 2022, I would never expected to be able, like, because basically we're just two guys, two devs working on this, and then we have you guys in the community supporting us. But at the end of the day, we're always working on it. But we never expected we'll be able to do something like this, because just the Empawrium NFT marketplace, like, it took a lot of time, and we worked on different things at the same time. I don't know what happened, but we've been able to do it, so we're very happy about it.
It looks like somebody bought all the Genesis backgrounds really quick.
But I want to talk more though about Raccoon as a service, right? And obviously, there's the next stage, the next evolutionary stage will be AI as a service, right? But so we were talking more about AI as a service. RAAS, Raccoon as a service, yeah, like 12 months ago. And now, when you look at the Stargaze situation and stuff, right, it's coming to fruition. And obviously, what you're doing tonight, it's just more proof of concept. Will there be more of this where you guys might have an opportunity to be able to like be either employed or be funded by community grants where you can just go and build like cool shit. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. I think you did a very nice summary right there. Because what happened, for example, yesterday we were just on a call speaking with the guys from Stargaze, because we did the open edition mentor with them, and we were just speaking with the devs there, like to make some changes on the open edition mentor that we did. But like so far, it's exactly what they wanted. There's just a few fixes. So we're working on this. We're working on Wawa. We're working on Raccoon Bet, and then we also announced the partnership with Wild Whale. So I feel like it's a very nice combination of different things. We're able to work on games, which is like the thing that's very fun to do, and then we're able to like work on different other things for the community, and then build with other, let's say, chains or ecosystems. So I think it's a very nice like way of diversifying what we do. But I would say like it's, for now, I think it's the best fit to just work with a lot of people. It's much more like fun to do, like work with different people, because people always have like different ideas and stuff like that, and that's what we like.
Yeah, Mol, but I'm just plugging the phone in, by the way. I've got like 30 seconds. Yeah, but Mol, how much has anonymity hindered this process, dude?
What do you mean by this question? I'm not quite sure.
Oh, sorry, sorry, dude. I'm changing, like I'm getting the phone on the charge and I'm trying to ask the right question. Like, so you're an anonymous team. Obviously, like anonymity's been a big thing with Raccoon. These like developments, these partnerships, engagements, has anything been hindered by the anonymity, or is everything like being cool?
To be honest, like at some point there was some issue because of this, like because we're not the docs team, and the only reason why we're not docs is because we're leveraging gambling on Raccoon Bet, and like to be fully legit in almost any countries in the world, like you need a license to do this. And this is the only reason why, because if it wasn't related to gambling, if we were just working, let's say, on an NFT marketplace and stuff like that, like we would be docs. Like it's not a problem for us. It's mostly because of gambling. But to answer the question, yeah, in the past it happened. Like I think it was when we looked into kudos, I think, if I remember correctly. I think we needed to be like docs, but for all the other things we worked on, it wasn't like an issue, let's say.
So, Mol, here we go. We're at this stage, right? You're at the launch of the beta or beta, whatever you want to call it right now. How, like, relieved are you, like, in yourself, like, feeling-wise, yeah, your emotions, and, you know, you're talking to us live after you've just dropped it. Like, are you feeling, like, relieved, or are you like, well, I can't wait to make it better? Or, I mean, give us some insight to your feelings right now, bro.
It's very hard to say, man. It's like a mixed feelings, let's say, because you know when it's everyone is the same, I feel like. So when you build something, you're just like your head never stops thinking about it, and you're like, oh, I should improve this and that. In anything like that you build, or anyone what they're working on, you're always thinking about it, how to improve it, and that's it. So that's for sure. But the thing is, like, the last week has been so, like, we worked a lot because we worked on different things. So I'm just like, I just want to sleep for like 1 or 2 days, and then I'm gonna reset, and then I'm just gonna work even more.
I'm gonna sleep for 1 or 2 days. Did you hear that? Oh man, that's why he's up here. I tell you what, honest to God, I feel like over time that we've all, if you've been like, you know, tuned in for like a while, I feel like we've all like built this relationship up with Mol, right? And Zapier, of course, like they go hand in hand. But I feel like, how do I say this? Like, can you imagine if you've got like a kid or something, and your kid like just like is the best kid in the school or something, and they're just the best at the exams, and then like they go from like, I don't know, the grade 6 to grade 12, and then they're like just like the best, and you're just like, oh my God. And you feel like, I do. I mean, this might not be a conversation you want, and we can have this one a bit later, actually, if that will be better. But I think a lot of us might be asking the question of where does Raccoon go next? And by that, I mean, I do know that there was some like pushback and rejection on you guys doing the NFT platform. I, for one, was totally and utterly like in support of like yous going and, you know, like I said, keeping the lights on, right? That was always the fucking thing with Racøøn, was how do we keep the fucking lights on? You got a lot of pushback about that. That caused some like divisions. Like, Mo, what happens next? I mean, does it get to a stage where you guys have to go off and proper like take serious jobs? Will Racøøn always be like a sideline, or is Racøøn 100% your focus and you're going to make the brand? And then what does that entail in regards to with like the NFTs, how people like buy into the enterprise of Racøøn? I mean, Mol, I'm asking the question because I don't know where we go next. I do know the Stargaze stuff is happening. It's amazing. But from you, can you just enlighten us about what the next 12 months might look like? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a very good question, because if we go back like at the beginning of the year, we were kind of deep in the beer market, and it was very rough for us because generating revenues without having any grants and stuff like that is always very hard, let's say. And basically the idea here was like, the decision we took, we were like, okay, so we're able to build some games. That's fine. We're able to build some stuff. So what if we just diversify the Racøøn brand, let's say? And then so what we did is basically, okay, we're going to build an NFT marketplace. We're going to build a contract with Stargaze. We're going to open source the code that we do, just to show that what we're able to accomplish and what we're able to build. And then with this partnership also with Well, this is the next thing that we're going to put a lot of emphasis and a lot of our time. So I think we're in a good position to grow the Racøøn brand. Plus, if we're able to bring like the RAC token on different like exchanges, like decentralized exchange, like let's say this week it was a very nice thing that happened with the Kujira team. They just decided to add RAC onto Finn and Bo. So we're very excited about this. So I think the effort that we've been able to put in the last year and showing that we are able to work on almost anything, I think it's going to help grow the brand and just do, let's say, different kind of stuff. Because the next focus for sure, like Empawrium, there's still some work to be done there. And then it's going to be create the new gaming contract for Whitewell. So yeah, let's say in the next 6 months, we're going to just work on these two things and do like grow the brand on different chains. And then after that, we'll see where we're at. Because, it's always very hard in crypto to say, okay, in 2 years, we're going to have this built. It's very hard to say. So I think in 6 months, that will make much more sense, let's say.
You know something, Mo? I fucking swear to God, I could listen to you absolutely like all day, every day. Honestly, it's just like literally, you're one of those kind of guys where you're like, tell me more. Even when you've finished your statement, you're like, I want to learn more. Anyway, I've got a co-host, and I can say respect the people who've come in the room. Tank's just jumped up here. Brass, well, he hasn't jumped up. I'm going to invite him, but Brass goes in. I would love anyone, and obviously Sandy's a long-time speaker up here tonight. Guys, please feel free to come up, ask them all. Alex is down there. I mean, Alex is a long time. Al, Dizzy, please, guys, Madman, come up. Maul's here, but Maul, listen. I think what we've been through is very reflective of the market with the trials and like tribulations. And what you learn in like, turbulent markets is that like the right guys, the strong people, the creators, the people that like want to really kind of like build, the builders. Let's say the builders, right? We can talk about creators and everything else. Coders, all builders, right? Everyone's a builder, yeah. The people that have been strong throughout the bear are the ones that will rise to the top, and that's what we're seeing with you now. The Stargaze contract was just like what, like literally that's the day when I went, I don't need to care about Racøøn anymore. Like I need to help, like focus on building RAC FM because like they don't need me anymore. Like that's it now. Like your Stargazers hired them for, you know what I mean, Mol? And Mol knows what I mean. So I've spoken him previously, but like you didn't need us anymore, dude. We just need to be supporting you and let you run free. Yeah.
Man, I just feel like how it happened. Like, at the very beginning, like when you start a project, you never know what's gonna happen. And like I said it like many, many times, and yourself too, where like everything happened like we didn't force anything. And I feel what's happening right now is just the right thing. Because at the beginning we were very, very close, and now it's becoming like two entities, but we're still very in the same community and very close. So I think again it's something natural, let's say. And the other
with,
thing I want, yeah, go ahead.
sorry, dude, with success becomes like rejectors, or like, have you noticed any change recently, like since you got the Stargaze contract, or like with Empawrium, anything? Have you noticed any like oh, we've got problems like coming in from this side, or is it being cool? Because people often get jealous of success, right?
To be honest, I have no idea, because I don't know, like I don't want to I'm just going to speak for myself, let's say. So the goal with Zapdos and I is just to build stuff for people to enjoy. And we never actually take the time to see like, oh, what are people going to think about what we're doing? We just do the things that we think are right, and just to contribute to the ecosystem, and that's it. So we never like take that much time to say, okay, people are telling us we're not good enough and stuff like that. We're just focusing on building, and that's it. Like, are we just too narrow-minded, or it's just a tunnel vision that we want to develop stuff? Or it's hard to say, yeah.
No, I think it's because you don't spend 20 hours on Twitter fucking doom scrolling, and you actually fucking do dev work, which is like what we've all noticed. And on that point, like Mo, I mean, let's have this conversation very, very fucking quickly if you want to go there. Mo, you and I have talked about before about where like you'll see devs like on Twitter like 18 hours a day, and you're like, bro, how the fuck have you got the time? As a dev, like Mo, your time is like really limited and precious, and needs to be allocated in the right way at the right time. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a good thing that you just brought there, because, when you start working on something, like you said a bit earlier, like everyone are builders. If you're just designing homes, or you're just building like shelves or anything, I'm just throwing ideas. Like, you're gonna focus on your project, you're gonna build something, and then like I don't know how to mention it, but it's, I don't know. I think I lost my idea right there, what I was gonna say, but like I was just gonna say, like, at some point you get some tunnel vision and you just want to build, and you don't get too much affected by even if people are telling you you're not doing the right thing, but like in your head you're just trying to build for people. So I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know how to answer this question. Let's say.
I'm actually, Mo, I kind of fucking do know what you're talking about. And I mean, I'm not the man of analogies. That's Bruce's job. But on my village where I live, there's often, all the time, all over, like the older houses, like getting pulled down. And what we'll do is like, the parents might have died and the kids want to build like a new house or whatever. But what I'll notice is this is how they build houses in Thailand, right? It's really weird. What they'll do is they'll move in to the entire thing, and they'll all like live there. Like they'll build like a little like shack or whatever, and then when they've got the concrete bit, they'll like move in there. But basically, like what they'll do, most of them are from like places like either Cambodia or Myanmar. The vast majority are like the laborers, no? But what they'll do is they'll just like jump on site, yeah, and they'll do 8, 9, 12 months. And yeah, they might go home during the holidays, or like trust me, they didn't go home at night. They live there, yeah. They've give all that up. They're not even from their own country most of the time. But like, dude, they'll just constantly like work on site, and it's like nothing else in the world matters to them, and they'll just build. And then when they finish, they'll fuck off to the next place, and they'll build again. And it's like these people can go through their life like just going and focusing and working on a project and just living on site and building it from the fucking dirt upwards, from the foundations. And then when it's finished, and they go like, yep, fantastic, done, and they'll walk away. That reminds me a little bit about like you motherfuckers, no? You have just moved in here, you set your stall up, you haven't moved, like bang, bang, bang. And dude, when these new jobs, these new opportunities like come along, when your ship's built and your house is built, right? You take them with like every fucking breath you can. You guys, I'd rather you guys individually as devs succeed than the Raccoon project as a project succeed. There you are. That's a bold statement.
Like, I really like Vol and Sap. I really do, but I am heavily... Robo, hold on. But I am heavily invested in Raccoon. So you better fucking keep building the good shit you're building.
Always be there. It'll always be there. But he knows what I mean about, like, look, you built your shit, now go and build other shit in other places, like, you know what I mean? Hey, wait a minute. Is Brasco come up to talk to him? Brasco, hello? Oh,
I can't hear Brasco.
I can't. Brasco don't. Oh, he's getting rugged again. He gets rugged every single time, doesn't he?
Yeah, there's something with his microphone. I think maybe Brasco is just really clever, right? So Brasco, he knows his way around a computer and on the internet and all this stuff. So what he does is he fucks up his microphone on purpose. He comes up here, he tries to speak, and then he just avoids it. It's very clever.
310, what you're talking about? Every time I talk to Brasco, I hear he's on that old fucking Nokia 3310, isn't he? With fucking Snake. Can you remember those fucking shit? Oh my goodness. Can't even believe that I grew up without mobile phones. And then when we got them, I thought we were amazing. And now I look back and go, wow, what a giga pleb you were, like Robo, like thinking that was cool. Like, Brasco, are you back? Where's he?
I can't hear him. I have a question for Mol, though. So you remember when you launched in the beginning and everybody was so skeptical of you and Sap and the project because it was a gambling project, right?
No.
And then
no. Oh, you're telling lies. You're telling lies there. I'll tell you why they were skeptical. Why everyone was skeptical, because I was. Is deploying on Juno but minting on secret. That was why everyone was skeptical. Bruce, before you go on, sorry.
Okay. So my point was just that I was just going to ask Mol why he thinks people are so skeptical of gambling, even when we are in crypto and we're all fucking DeFi degens. Because the fact that the Raccoon Supply was the first partnership on Ride the Whale has given a little bit of pushback. Oh, that was Brasco.
Wait a minute.
It has given a little bit of pushback from the whale community because they don't want to be associated with gambling.
But wait, it's not. I mean, listen, we've been talking about this for a long time. On their tagline on the website, does it say gaming or gambling? There's a big fucking difference, like, guys, right? Like, Raccoon is gamified like crypto. It's not fucking gambling. I don't care what you say. There's a big difference. Mol and I talked about this a long time ago.
But what do you do in a casino?
But yeah, I know what you mean, because it really depends. Like, I don't like, how we marketed the brand, like Racøøn.bet. We never actually like force people. Like, when we launch new games and stuff like that, it's for sure we're gonna put some emphasis on it, but how we want to do it is we would never force anyone or just say, oh, you have to play this game to get money and then do big marketing, because we know that in some like different communities or people, they see gambling as something that can get addictive, and sometimes it can be seen as like bad publicity for gambling. But like you said, Bruce, like, when everything is a risk in life, but the thing is, with gambling, it's a risk. That the house is going to make, like, let's say 2 or 3% on all the bets in the long term and stuff like that. So for sure, it's going to be risky. But like in life, you're taking risk in everything you do. You start to build a project. You never know if it's going to work. It's a different kind of risk. And I think gambling is, you really know the risk. Because if you go on Racøøn.bet and like throw the dice, it's a risk that you're taking. But like, should you be investing like this 10 Juno in something else, thinking it's going to go to 20 Juno, or you're just going to take a quick risk on Racøøn.bet? I don't want to compare these things, but how I see it, it's in the same category of taking a risk for something. I know it can get addictive because like you get dopamine because it's fast. You're making money very fast. Whereas when you invest, let's say, in a meme coin or stuff like that, maybe it's not going to go faster. It's going to go a bit like less fast, but you're going to make money, but you can lose money as well. So I don't know how to answer this question, but I just think that sometimes gambling is not seen as very good, but it depends on the people.
But Mol, we're in crypto. So is it to you, is the Racøøn.bet no different to a long or a short position? In your opinion, by the way?
You mean like if we see it as a long-term project?
No.
Is that the question?
Oh, sorry, dude.
Leverage trading.
Leverage trading. Sorry, dude. I mean, like literally, kind of like the odds are more stacked in my favor on the casino than there are if I go long or short, right? Like, there's no difference there, yeah?
Yeah, it's a very good question, actually. So let's say we're going like on KuCoin or Bbandz, and we're just going to do some leverage trading, okay? You know that their platform, let's say they take a risk because you have to manage the money, and then you have some sort of spread where they need to make their money. Like the casino, I'm not going to compare a casino, that's for sure. But like the casino is a bit something similar when it comes to the edge that the casino does, because you know when the casino like Racøøn.bet has went onto losing streaks sometimes where like the reserve of the games go down and then it goes up afterwards. So we're also taking a risk, but yeah.
We've got it wrong. No, dude, sorry, we've got it wrong. We're not talking about you guys. We're talking about us as the end users in regards to the gambling things, right? Sorry, I do apologize, bro. So, you know, we're talking about like gambling can be looked on as being bad. But like leverage trading, like you never hear anybody like talking about, oh, Gamblers Anonymous, you know, if you're in leverage trading, you need to do this. Like the casino, from our point of view, is probably like, I don't know, better or worse. It's no fucking different to leverage trading. Like that's what I was trying to say. There's no stigma around leverage trading, kind of, compared to what like the traditional like casino style outfits might have. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Bruce,
I see where you're going. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna answer the question correctly, but like I think the analogy that you're making, like let's say with leverage trading, the cool thing that you can do with leverage trading, let's say you put limits or not, and then you see it's like your leverage trading is going like sideways. It like you short it and then it's going up, let's say. Then you can just pull the plug. Whereas in gambling, it's like a one shot. So you just click and you hope you're gonna win, and then you continue playing. So it's very different. But I mean, it's really like how you interpret it and where like how you learn about gambling. Like, is this? I know for some people it's not a good thing, but like at the end of the day, it's how it works is just probabilities. That's it. And
at least Racøøn.bet give me fucking like a proper like warning like before I enter compared to like what Uniswap fucking do, you know. That's anyway. Tank's come in. Always the voice of reason is Mr. Tank Mind.
Good day, my friends. I love this conversation. Actually, it's very, very nuanced, and it's very like gambling versus leverage trading. My thoughts as an investor is actually gambling is probably safer than leverage trading, and it's kind of funny how it has worse stigma than the other. Because gambling, yes, while it's a one-off, and I do agree with that, versus leverage trading where you could technically pull out whenever you want to, whenever your emotions get the best of you. With gambling, the way I see it is there should be, at least, if you're going to a somewhat, I'm air quoting, legit platform to gamble, there should be parameters, you know, for you that are set for that game or that you're interacting with. And so it might be a little bit more leverage towards the house, obviously, right? That's why you're gambling to get that percentage. But there are somewhat bumper rails where in leverage trading, there's actually all kinds of people hunting you down as far as like you know, whales and like bots and everything else. Like they're literally hunting you the entire freaking time versus me taking knowingly, you know, being the participant of the gambling platform. Say I'm like, you know, doing the slot machine. I know that there's a certain, I don't know what exactly it is, but I know there's a certain amount of a parameter set that is going to allow me to win. And there's a, you know, it might be overwhelming, but I know that risk and I take it upon myself. So I think gambling's better. But yeah, it's you know, funny how it's not in the eyes of the beholder, though. Everybody thinks that gambling's worse.
Why do you think that is, Tank?
Because people don't have self-control. Just like leverage trading, people don't have self-control to take profits.
you're
to
not dying.
stop playing with money.
And what I could add to what you just said, Tank, is like I totally agree with what you just said. And the thing with gambling is, let's say you're playing like you're just throwing dices and like 100-sided dice, and then you're always playing that is gonna go lower than 50. So at the end of the day, if you know, like for example on Racøøn.bet, there's I think it was 3 or 4% that goes to the house, if I remember correctly. I think it's 3%, and you know that in the long run, the house is gonna make 3%. That's how gambling works. But in the short term, it's a bit like, let's do something similar to what you just said. If you're taking a profit, let's say you're on a winning streak, and then you won, let's say, 7 of your 10 bets, and then you just stop. You take profit, that's it, I'm out. So that's one way of doing it, and then you leave. But in the long run, if you were going to play forever 100,000 times, then that's for sure you're going to be like 3% down, because the house is going to win this 3%. So at the end of the day,
they
like
have something like that with leverage trading, right? Like they have a fee to be in your position, and the longer you're in that position, the better the chances are that you're going to get liquidated and the house is going to win. And also, the more fees you have to pay to be in that position, and that fluctuates on top of it. So it's not like in gambling where they're going to get 3%. Shit, you might sit in a leveraged long, whether it's a 1%, 2%, 3%, maybe a 5%, whatever, however you go up. But that changes, you know, and that's, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know why people are stupid, but they are.
Well, we are just people, right?
Is it me, or does anyone else just fucking absolutely love Tank? Like, I'm not gonna be the fanboy dude. I'm just gonna be like, fucking, out of everyone I've ever interacted with, he's like the biggest fucking voice of fucking reason I've ever heard, and we've had this conversation a few times. But like, yeah, you can go and do. I mean, now they put like, what do they put up for leverage trading, like tutorials and shit now, right? They never used to, right? Bybit. They never used to do tutorials, right? You have to go through lessons.
All over the place now, but
don't you have to go through lessons like Tank on every platform now? Like if you've never like done it before, or
yeah,
like...
I think Binance and a couple of others. I mean, again, I don't leverage trade because I practice what I preach. I don't leverage trade all too much. Sometimes I do like 1 or 2%. But like from what I remember back when I was logging onto those platforms, like you had to take a questionnaire and like educate yourself on the risk that you're taking. But it's all silly bullshit.
I'll tell you what. Here's a quick one. Because we're going to find out who's used the platform. There's a few people in the room. So, Tank, like, to be a leverage trader, are you one of those guys that has to, like, literally sit in front of the PC all day? Like, if you...
No, because I have strict rules that I always... I'm never swinging for home runs. I have my spot buys for my home runs. Like, I've said this plenty of times, for the traditional mogul market, whenever I'm taking a position, if I'm ever 2 to 3% up on the charts per my position, I'm yanking, hitting my triple plus play, and I'm a real big student to my own, like teaching my own game. I always adhere to my rules, and it doesn't matter if it keeps running or not, because my triple plus play means I've secured my initial investment plus a small percentage of profits, and then I have some free and clear of that asset to hold long term. So like it's a win-win-win. And then it doesn't matter if I'm wrong, I pulled too early, it keeps running. I still have that free and clear asset. It might be a fraction of it or a whole asset, depending on how big my position was, right? That's free and clear, that will forever be able to run in profits and or tank. It doesn't matter. It's like, it's free and clear. It's not my money, right? But I can hold it emotionless. And so like, I have rules. Traditional market, it's about that percent. Crypto markets, if I'm up 4 to 5% on any given position, I'm starting to DCA out, and I'm starting to like really leverage myself out until that triple plus play is again realized, and then I'm just sitting pretty. Like, it's people always try to get those home run swings.
You know what?
I don't know why they try to do that, but that's not what trading and or investing is all about. Trading and investing is about winning more times than losing. And people are just obsessed with losing more times than they win because they want that big number. It's
you know
weird.
what? Because people can't compartmentalize shit, and that's exactly like with you. You're like, that's there, that's on that side, like that's in that drawer, that's in that drawer. Like people can't do that, dude. Like,
if I make $1,000 a day, I'm far outpacing about 99% of the population. Like, how can you complain about that? Even if you're making, like, let's be honest with you, if like you're doing this shit part-time, I don't know how much time you spend like actually engaging and making a trade. Like, for me, it's like maybe an hour. I get it, and then I hit the buttons and I walk away, and if the limits are set and all that stuff, like, for what, an hour, 2 hours of work, if I can make $500 to $1,000 a day, fuck, I'm blowing people out of the park.
But that mindset wasn't created last year or in the that mindset was created when you were a kid.
Well, I've been broke. I've been stupid broke before. And so, like, when you're broke, you don't spend, and you're a lot more conservative with what you're doing. And I always try, like, honest to God, like, there's you got to switch it on and off. But I'm like the most broke, rich person you know. Like, seriously.
Or what do you think? Right, okay, Tank, this is a perfect moment. Right, RAC, they were struggling to keep the lights on. We were doing very well on Juno. We had the exploit. They saw the opportunity. They deployed on Chihuahua with the casino. They were like, these guys are so easy, so much fun. Let's do, a marketplaces like it. Like, what do you, and then they're doing the Stargaze one now. Tank, what do you think? I mean, right, for me, I'm really happy for these guys. Some people are pissed off because they think they're freelancing and not dedicated to just the RAC platform, and they don't get the bigger picture. And I'm like, fuck that, bro. Like, keep the fucking lights on. Tank knows what
company, dude. Misery loves company. Let haters hate, bro. The only reason they're hating is because they're not innovating, is they're not pushing forward. They're not trying to be more than what they currently are. And people that are broke and people that are miserable, they want you to also feel broke and miserable because they don't want to be alone in that stoop. So fuck them. Fuck them all with handcuffs against the wall. Fuck them.
Dude, Raccoon had to keep the lights on. This is
What's up, Bernie Mac? Did you just quote Bernie Mac there?
I love it. You knew it, Bruce. That's hilarious. That's hilarious, Bruce. You fucking knew it.
Holy fuck, did Bruce go there? It's Mole. I mean, Mole talked to us about keeping the lights on. It hasn't been fucking easy, right, bro?
No, it hasn't been easy. And maybe to add to what Tank just said, is like I always see it is like, we're not even thinking about like people that hates us, or I don't know why, but like, if we think about what we did in the last year, we helped like many other projects. Like we really like helping other people. And then when we go on other chains, and the other thing that we did, like the last thing that we did is to build a contract on Stargaze. And to be entirely honest, like I told Shane and the guys, the other devs, where I told them like the code is very clean. Like it's easy to work on it. And I really hope people are going to develop things on Stargaze as well, because it's just fun to work with their code, and they just give you feedback when you develop on it. So I don't know, man. I feel like if I'm going like on other chains to deploy like Raccoon Bet and other kind of stuff, I'm just learning new stuff and just learning new vision that other people that I never spoke to, just like you learn from people and you learn from working with different people, different ecosystems. So I just think we see it as the bigger picture. We're just learning from everywhere as much as possible and just building. Yeah.
You know what it is, bro? They want to take value. They don't want to create value. That's the big difference between a lot of developers. Like they need to, like they might see that idea, but they're like, I need to have community full funds to execute, to move, to be motivated. Like I'm not going to do this for free, while other people try to innovate, try to push the narrative, try to create value, and then hopefully that attracts people, to whatever they created. That's the big problem that we're having right now. But like I said, man, the fucking Racøøn Bet keep doing, or like Racøøn Corporation keep doing you guys' thing.
I tell you what, I'm sorry, Tank, I was jumping in there. When I heard him mention Shane, I'm thinking, like, I've spoken to Shane for 2.5 hours. I've been speaking to fucking Mole, God knows how fucking long now, right? I can imagine that Shane and Mole's conversations were fucking just some of the, like, I wish I was there. Mole, I wish I was a fly on the wall. Like, you two guys getting together, like, I would have loved that. I mean,
can I jump in here for a quick second? So there's exciting stuff that's happening, and looks like they just started the stream swap. Flix Atom stream is happening now, so this is going to be exciting. So I participated, and so 1,072 people participated. I just want to let you know it's live.
Two words. Full sned.
Flix. Yeah, I'm sorry. I left out the most important part. Yeah, Atom Flix. So Atom Osmosis happened, and now it's Atom and Flix.
Okay, it's okay. We'll reset the room. Everybody, this is RAC FM reporting here live direct from Bangkok. It is 1:20 in the morning, and we'd like to go over to our TA correspondent, Mr. Tank, over in Tennessee. Tank, can you give us a quick TA update on the what's happened with the fucking Flix token? Because we haven't got a clue what's happened.
No, so I don't think a lot of people, and admittingly, I don't think I think I have a good idea, but I don't think I totally understand it as well. Sorry. Look at my son. Where's my, what'd you say?
Where's my money?
Where's your money? In my pocket. And
Oh, that was so classic.
oh man.
Oh, Jesus, contact the fucking International Space Station to get me fucking ribcage back. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, well, let him practice saying it from a young age. He's going to have to get used to that. Where's my money?
You know where he learned it from, right?
His money. This is like crypto.
He learned it from his dad. He's watching his dad sitting in front of the charts all day just screaming, "Where's my money? Where's my money?" You got to go away from the Juno chart sometimes, Tank.
I don't know if I'm laughing.
No, hey, real quick, while he's not bugging me, because I do think the stream swap is really, really interesting in how they're trying to, I'm again air quoting, bootstrap liquidity from the Cosmos ecosystem. I did a very small amount, just like I did with the Osmo. I fucking nailed that though, by the way. So I only put about 20 Atom into that pool because I think there's going to be a balance, and then like, the amount of people that's actually in it right now, I think it's like 1,000 something, like you said, Sandy. But like, if it gets to the tipping point, you start actually seeing diminishing returns for the Flix token price point. And so I think it's actually right now at a really good sweet spot. And if it stays at that, you know, you don't know this, but the anticipation, which I probably, like, heads up, I more than likely will do this, right? I'm probably going to put a % of that I get Flix tokens onto the market to sell, because like I did with the Osmosis, right? Like, it comes out there. Those people that are actually they're going to put some out there and probably hold a little bit for the long term. It's going to get sold into, or people are going to, they're going to sell it, obviously. And there's probably not going to be as much buying pressure, especially with the fundamental landscape that's out there right now and the uncertainty. And you got to think of, like, where is it going to be listed? It's going to be listed on Osmosis. The liquidity over there and the participation, to be honest with you, is it's very light lately. I bought a crap ton in the last swap of the Flix token and sold it. And I'm being very honest, I said this before, I really do think that I was probably the finger that pushed, that started the trend downwards at 280, because I sold it at the top at 280 and made a killing. But I'm going to pretty much rinse and repeat yet again. So when I'm done with it, I'll take probably half, maybe so, of the Flix tokens and list it for people to buy. I will probably buy lower after, and then I'm going to do the same damn thing. So
Tank, can you show me on the doll where Sizzler touched you?
Right on the no spot.
Bruce, you'll have to wait a couple of months before you start dropping my fucking taglines. Tank, I wasn't
Oh God, I've not heard that in a long time.
The no spot's not my PP, by the way. But the no spot's my heart, guys. You touch me right. I keep my heart a lot more caged up than the no spot.
Twitter ban me the week before when I talked about, like, show me on the doll where, RAC FM touched you. We got banned for a week the last time. Tank, though, I cracked up there because there was two things. Like, it was what your son said and how he said it. Like, he didn't give a fuck. He's like, where's me money? Like, literally, I'm thinking, Tank's kids. Like, 10 years old and about to start bitch slapping him around for his pocket money.
Bro, my kids got to learn some chill. They'll say that stuff, and like it's on me, but they'll say that stuff in the wrong place too. Like they'll say some like wild stuff. Like my dad has XS. I'm like, shut the fuck up! Oh my god, I'm gonna get robbed.
Tank, when you were a parent, I've never been a parent, but I had a parent, right? It's like a one time. Dude, when I was a kid, there was only one phrase. I was ever, don't bring this cunt up. It was that dirty ramen. Bruce, don't you dare bring that cunt up. You can fucking sit down there for 10 minutes, you daft little cunt, and listen to conversation before you request, Think we're fucking mugs, man. Think we don't say, what, is that Joe? Is that Joe's alt, is it? Anyway.
No,
thanks.
I know Dirty Rames is a Twitch gamer. I know if he's an old friend of mine, he's probably gonna give me some shit. He calls me his crypto princess.
If you can tell, Tank, we've been getting attacked for weeks. You wouldn't believe, like, oh, we're under attack more than you can believe. Anyway, Tank, listen, this is something that always bugged me. I've been a kid, I have been a parent. Help me out. So some shit would happen, and my mum would get that angry. Never me dad, he wasn't that cunt. And then she would say these words: don't make me fucking give you something to really cry for. Like,
I said it today. I said that today.
Bro, I mean, that's fucking, that's harsh. That's a rough lesson, that one. Like you're crying over nothing? I'll fucking, and I'm like, whoa, calm the fuck down.
That phrase has been, I think, passed down for generations from parent to parent. I've heard that from my granddaddy to my daddy. Now I'm using it on my kids, and I hope to God they use it on their kids, because it's ridiculous. Do you want something to cry about? I'll give you something to cry about.
Bro, mothers though. I mean, there's a big difference between like mothers and fathers. I think fathers have like this real like role to play. Like mothers, like obviously they do the caring role, but also do this like bullshit role. I mean, you'll go home 6 years old, like, and your mum's like, look at that fucking dirt behind your ears. And you're like, excuse me, got a mirror? Like, bro, come on, think about it. Like, we have to go, like, I feel like I don't know about you. Let's get back on the conversation anyway. But I think Tank is, like, probably one of the greatest fathers ever. Anyway, what did you say there when your kid's like, where's me fucking money? What was your reply, Tank? You went mute, right?
It's in my pocket. It's always my money. His money is my money. I don't know what he's talking about. It's my money. You ain't done nothing.
Fucking class. I used to steal money out my father's fucking pockets when I was a kid, because he would come in drunk as fuck with fucking loads of change in his pockets, all the quid coins and shit. And I'd rob like a $5 a day. Like, I was like 6 years old, and like I was got to school every day, like robbing like about like, I don't know, $4 or $5, like every single day out of my dad's pockets, man. The cunt was that drunk, he just came home, dropped his pants and went to bed, you know. Anyway, right, Empawrium. Tang, have you been on Empawrium or not?
I have, and I'm planning on getting out of the door, but I'm planning actually on minting a couple and making a video for YouTube, which I've been slacking on, but I'm going to get back to making more videos on YouTube. But I'm planning on actually making a video about Empawrium later on today and posting it hopefully tomorrow or Monday. So, yep, gonna be checking it out.
Maul, did you hear that? I fucking love Tank.
Yeah, that's huge, man. Usually,
by the way,
like,
Tank,
I listen to Tank when he gives a lot of info about like financial stuff, and now he's gonna do something about Empawrium. I'm excited.
by the way, I'm excited too. So in your video, if you do mention the stream swap, you can watch it in the Flixverse. So this is like a new alpha thing. I guess OmniFlix has Flixverse. It's sort of like a metaverse kind of place. And right now you can watch the unspent Flix versus the unspent Atom, and watch those numbers change. Anyway,
I was looking at that earlier. That's going to be my second one. I'm doing the Empawrium one first, and then I'll probably do the Flix. But yeah, guys, I got to get out of here. I'm going to go to Sword and check out. Guys, give me your humble opinion, okay? Grand Seiko watch or Tudor watch? Which one?
Tudor.
Tudor? You think Tudor? I like Tudors, dude.
Tank, listen, I need to say thanks. And do you want to know what I want to say thank you for? For always being able to disagree without ever judging me, right? I just want to let you
Brother,
go with it. Like, you've never judged me.
Yeah, hey, look, if I, we can only do, like Michael Jackson said it best, man. You got to look in the mirror because, man, if I was and I think I think Jesus said it first, or whoever did, don't throw stones at a glass house. I'm very glassy myself, and I'm definitely not perfect. And people definitely disagree with me. And if I came at a battle axe at any given time, and everybody that didn't agree with me or might have an opinion about me, man, I'm going to be a very lonely person. So,
you know why? We're on a very, very fucking short list, and I'll tell you why. There ain't many people put their heads above the fucking trench. All right, dude. Like, I fucking know, right? And a lot of other people in the industry, actually, the real people fucking know, like, what it takes to put your head above that precipice, like, the parapet, and expose yourself and, like, go over the fucking trench. Like, nah, man. In my opinion, in my respect, my regards, like, Tank's got a very, very fucking special place in my heart, mind. And I mean that.
Well, I appreciate it, brother. Nothing that I don't do shit that I wouldn't, I don't say or do shit that I wouldn't do myself. So appreciate it, man. Anyway, I got to get out of here, guys. My kids are like looking at me. They want to go buy something. So peace, guys.
The kids are giving them heat. Oh my goodness, he's lovely, isn't he? Right, Mo, any problems? And I'm waiting for Finn. I'm only keeping this space going for Finn coming back. Bruce, get talking to Finn. I've never even been in Discord or anywhere. Right, Mo, what problems have you encountered so far since you've launched the beta version?
Yeah, there was one small thing, but I don't think anyone noticed. So basically, because we haven't released all the information about the profile and the messaging system and stuff like that. But basically, you guys, because we haven't decided on the numbers, but when you're trading, for every one USDC that you trade, so let's say you sell an NFT for $10, then it's gonna give you some tokens, and these tokens you can use them to level up your profile. When you level up your profile, you can add some stuff like a background NFT picture. You can have some sort of NFT showcase and stuff like that. So as of now, we did put everyone to level 3, which is the maximum level. So you can do anything you want in the profile. You can add a background, you can add your profile picture and stuff like that. And basically when we launch, everyone was level 0. So we just had to put everyone level 3 to do everything, but I don't think anyone noticed. So.
Ian Moll, okay, he's a good one, and I'm gonna throw this out randomly, mind. I didn't even think about this. Have you had the both of you, you and Zap? Have you had more fun building the games, the slots and the dice and blah blah, or have you had more fun building the NFT platform and the functions and what's happening with the beta and what you can do, the messages, etc. When have you had I just want you to fucking have fun, dude. I think that's been evident from day one. But where have you been? I don't even know if you're working on games in the background. Juno's going to 3-second block time. I wish I was on the space the other night when I could have asked this. But where are you having your most fun is the question.
Yeah, that's a good one. I would say for sure it's when you design a game, because what we did in the past month or weeks was the Sanctuary V2. We didn't do that much change, but still you have to think okay, if someone does that, what's gonna happen? So you have to think you have to streamline all your ideas and make some sort of framework just to know that people can do this and that, but if this happens, they can do this. So you're just designing a game. So it's kind of fun to make it happen. But still, when we're working on the marketplace, it's almost the same thing. You're not designing a game, but you're still designing some sort of system where people play in it. So you're selling an NFT. And the fun thing that was to do is the offer system. It looks boring. It's just an offer system. You're just offering, let's say, a 10 Osmo for this NFT. But still, it's fun to design because you have to think about everything. So it's some sort of game, but different, let's say. So I think it's for sure games, it's much more fun because you have to think how to reward people and stuff. But still, when you're building an NFT marketplace, which we try to gamify, and this is what we'll do with the profile and the lotteries that's going to happen. But yeah, games is more fun, but still, when you build a marketplace, if you see it like from another angle, it's still you're designing some sort of system. So we're still having fun there.
Mol, you don't even know how much I fucking love you, man. Honestly, I mean, I always have, but like this far down the line, like what you're shipping, and then now when I listen to you, oh man, bro, you mean you're like a little injection of like, I don't know, just happiness and goodness and like everything that's like well in the world. And I mean, Sandy, he's lovely, isn't he, Sandy? Oh, he's lovely.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. This is a great community, and I love you guys. And you know what? You birds of a feather flock together, dude. This is it.
Raccoons get a bad. I mean, raccoons, you know, they've got like rabies, and I mean, generally like regarded like ooh, there's loads of people who don't fucking like raccoons. I mean, I look at a raccoon face and I could never be miserable. You know, you see these videos of these like kids where they get the like abandoned like raccoons where, you know, the mothers are gone or whatever, and you're like, oh, you know, like I could never look at a raccoon and go, oh, I don't like that cunt. Like I'm going to look at a raccoon and go, well, you've got issues, but you know, I'm willing to work with them.
No, it is the visuals on the raccoon is great. And their personalities, they're funny, they're hilarious, they're intelligent, and you know, they look like little rascals because, you know, they steal shit, and they're buggy, but they're cute, and you know, and they possess a lot of human qualities, especially because they have hands. We love their hands, and yeah, we've had raccoons break into our house. I think just about everybody's experienced that with raccoons. And by the way, I like the art in Empawrium. The which one is it's this?
You know what, Sandy? Though, before we move on to artwork quickly,
pixel art. That's it. The pixel art.
Yeah, that raccoons don't care what people think. Isn't that the underlying like? I think raccoons don't care what people think of them, right? And anyway, we're going to go on to Empawrium. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you, darling. I'm like, she gives such a good speech. I'm like, yeah, she's telling me raccoons don't give a fuck. Like, anyway, Empawrium, what's happening? Because I haven't been on yet. I'm getting rugged.
Oh, yeah. Well, so there, you know, when I go to the launch, the collections, and I'm just looking at all the different collections. And first of all, there isn't that much for sale, but the 16-bit racks. So there's none for sale. 222. I guess it's sold out is what happened. But yeah, this is I really like the 16-bit racks hanging out.
The first collection, and Bruce. Oh, Bruce is going to give you the full overview now because Bruce is the technical director. I mean, Mol's back. Bruce, you're up. Explain about the 16-bit racks and about how she's looking at the Alpha collection and not a better collections. Go on, bro. You're up on the stage.
So the 16-bit racks is from the Alpha release a month ago, I think it was. It was a free mint, and it was a huge, huge success. I'm not really sure what the utility is going to be, but I think there's going to be some reveal in the future. I have no idea, though.
Dude, it's a better dude utility when you're just fucking testing a platform. Nobody gives a fuck about utility on the Alpha collection. Anyway, now it's a different story. Wait, shit. Sorry, I muted everyone by accident. Now it's a different story, Bruce. Right? Can you? How many collections, Bruce, have been released tonight? I know fuck all. I'm the host. Bruce is the co-host. Is going to talk about Empawrium released tonight in full. Go ahead, my friend.
So tonight there hasn't been released any collections, but there has been released. Oh, that's not true. There's been released 2 collections. The Genesis color. They weren't minted. They were just available for sale for about, I think, 500 hua per piece. And then there's been 8 mints of free mints of badges. Still up for mint. And if you collect all 8 badges,
where did the Where did the badges come from? Has that got anything to do with rear? Has that got anything to do with rear? No.
I have no idea.
I'm going to jump in here because I just did something new. I put an offer in with Osmosis for 16-bit rack number 029. This is a cool looking rack at the grocery store. And so, this is kind of cool. So I made an offer. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, and the cool thing is gonna happen with the offer. If someone what can happen is someone can accept the offer, then you're gonna receive. There's like a little bell at the top right, so it's gonna be the notification system. So if someone accepts the offer, you're gonna receive right away the NFT, and the person's gonna receive the Osmo. But the thing that can happen also is someone can decline an offer and send you a message, and they would say, "Oh, I would like to trade like an NFT, or I would like another denomination or something like that." And then you can some sort message with the person, which is the cool thing.
Oh, that's nice. We've been begging for that on OmniFlix for a year.
Oi, shout out Sisler. Sisler, if you're listening. Oh, did you hear your woman there? Oh, I saw the emojis there. Oi. Be careful.
Yeah, and it's not just me, it's tardigrades. Tardigrades has come up in space, and I've been in these spaces forever. And but I understand why OmniFlix is not doing that, because they're kind of having their own, long-term vision. They're gonna figure all this out. It is gonna happen. They're not gonna have to put our Twitter thing in. So, coming in here, we want these platforms to look and act like other places, but we have to give them a chance to show us their uniqueness and how they're different, maybe better. So I'm just going to be patient, because so far things are good on OmniFlix, but I want to get on Empawrium. How can I get on there? Is that something I can do?
Before we move away from what you said, tardigrades, just tell the community, oh my God, they're some of the nicest people I've ever fucking worked with in my life in Web3. And it's a hobby. When I say worked in Web3, Web3 is just a hobby. When I try to fill in my fucking spare time, tardigrades, it's got to be, oh my God, literally, I cannot. And for Robo to be Racøøn will tell you, Bruce will tell you, right? There's a few people here, if Tank was still, people will go if Robo's really over-endorsing somebody, right? If I'm over-endorsing them, it's because they are legit as fuck. And I couldn't thank them, literally. RAC FM will always be indebted to tardigrades, and RAC FM will always have a connection, and we'll always be there for them. And I think this is really important in Web3. I think this is what Web3 is. Those guys came along. They said, well, we designed this for OmniFlix. You're going to do this for Juno. It's a lot of manual work. If you've got the base code, base JSON, we can replicate it, obviously, blah, blah, blah. And then they did, and then it didn't work because of the spread, the Google sheet, Excel thing, where it's just one comment, bang, but then fixed in seconds. And honest to fucking God on my soul, the tardigrades, and I thought every night as well. Yeah, the main guy you all know and love, yeah. He has to be one of the nicest guys in crypto. Outside of me, inner circle. I wish he was in me in an inner circle. I'll tell you, because he's fucking gold dust. But anyway, I do apologize. Right, here we go. Reset the room. Raccoon, Mr. Rack, Mall, us no-code plebs have been coding on DAO without your help. Yeah, I can see your emojis. I didn't come to you, bro. I knew you were busy. I just thought I would go and copy pasta some other people's code and try to learn out, just change a bit of data. Mall, what do you think? This is the question. Fucking hell, here we go. I don't even. I'm the fucking host and I don't want to ask this. Finn's probably on the edit. Finn's like, shit, Robo, you're going there. Mol, what do you think about RAC FM and the exploration into DAO and Omniflix, obviously, and obviously the Wheelchair Mafia, and then Stargaze badges that we're about to do for the Wheelchair Mafia? Free alpha, by the way. Mol, like, we've kind of run away from you, and I don't know how it feels. The question is, do you still like us or not, Mol? That's a question. Do you still like us?
Man, that's done. After the space, we're done. That's it, man. No, but to be entirely honest, yeah, go ahead.
No, we can't stop, Mol. We can't stop, can we? Please stop us, Mol.
No, I was just gonna say, man, I'm so happy to, like, we've been around for like more than a year, and I'm just so happy to see that a lot of people that were there a year ago and part of the community, they're building their stuff. We're still around. We're still friends. Everyone's building. Like, I couldn't ask for something better than that. Like, imagine, like, in a year, all the people that you knew that were in the community, they were friends, because I consider you guys as friends in the community as well, because we're working together. And I would be sad to see that a lot of people left, because, you know, you create Bbandz and stuff like that. And I'm just happy that you guys are building something new. And, you know, when you build something, you never know if it's going to work. You don't know if people are going to like it. But the thing is, I think you said it earlier, like, if you're having fun and people are very happy and it's positive, that's it. I think you keep building and that's it.
By the way, I'm noticing that it uses Flix for the transaction fees over here in Empawrium. So I'm paying attention to these things now. So anyway, just wanted to add that.
And what I can add to what you said a bit earlier, Sandy, is about Omniflix. Like, I remember when, like, we started the project Raccoon, we spoke with Sisla and the guys at Omniflix. And, like, I always, like, Omniflix is like it's not a sleeping giant anymore, but from a year ago, we saw it as a sleeping giant. And I think, like, I feel like they're trying to give as much power to the creator as possible. And it's kind of crazy what they're creating, because you don't see that often. Like, it's pretty unique what they're trying to build with their platform. And, like, I don't know, what they're building is really amazing, just to give the power to the creators. That's how I feel, and I really like them.
I agree with you. And I actually had the honor of meeting them in person at Cosmoverse 2022 in Colombia. Yeah, we had dinner and I got to speak to them. And so I will also vouch for them and say, you know, I believe in this community, and it was exciting. And you know what? I'm going to try and see if I can get to Turkey this year for the Cosmoverse 2023 to Istanbul. Any of you guys going there by any chance?
Not us, but I don't know if other people are going to go there. But the feeling must be so cool when, you know, you're speaking on spaces, like, or on Discord or Telegram, you speak with people, then you get to meet them. And, like, it's as fun as when you speak to them, like, via Discord or anything. So I'm pretty sure it's something special when it happens.
Absolutely. And it wasn't just, you know, the Omniflix. I got to meet, you know, people in Stargaze and many other blockchains that are within the Cosmos ecosystem. So back to my question. So I have a question. These free mints today for the Chihuahua chain and you know, all these different, you know, the Raccoons, Cosmos spaces, where do they show up after you get done minting it? Where do you see these NFTs? I didn't figure that out yet.
Yeah, so I think I asked the other guy I'm working on Empawrium's app to add it. But basically, how it happens is that when you click on the mint, like, the blur disappears, so you can see the image, and this is your NFT. And basically, how we did it is that you can mint only one of them, and it's when the mint stops, it's going to be possible to trade it on the marketplace. So the image that you see on the left-hand side is your NFT.
Okay, I did notice that the blurriness went away and it was clear. And so that's what that is. Okay, thank you so much. I'm going to go here. It's great. I love it. And thank you for answering my questions. This is all roads are going to come together.
how good is this space right now? Where like Moles like taught us Sunday, like oh, I tell you what, I feel like these two voices have got me in the hammock with a mojito. It's 2 a.m. and I'm like, oh, give me some silk. I mean, last night I described Saberstein's voice as being like chocolate, and Bbandz as being like coffee. But like everyone's got their place in the world, but these two motherfuckers. I mean, Bruce, that's lovely, isn't that? Just like Bruce.
Yeah,
These two.
I'm enjoying it, bro.
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? I wish Brasco was up with his like a fake like James Bond villain accent. Like, did I go too far, bro?
I don't think so. I think it's spot on, man.
I introduced the team today. Brasco, I like trains. Brasco hates trains more than anyone on planet Earth. Like literally, if I said, Brasco, shall we take a train to like the next town, he'd probably shoot me in the face. It's quite like, I don't know. We tried to do what we could. I don't know. I think, I mean, listen, this would be lovely, a lovely question. Guys, please come up. Home Pleb, Dizzle, Brasco, Don, we can see you all down there, man. Please come up, anybody that can. Porraborough especially. Tag people if you think, but like, and I mean, Al knows this because he's known me like pre kind of like Cosmos, and like Al's known me for well over a year and a half. All right, going back to P2E days. Like this age of like, you know, the shillfluencer and the tag free friends and the blah blah blah, it's over. Like right now with Empawrium and what RAC FM have built and how they've been able to build it, because if they had not had the community to be able to like carry them through when they didn't need to pay attention to that or hire people, like they couldn't hire people, that this wouldn't be happening. Like literally now, Mole, I've been here from day one. I mean, you guys kicked off the project like big style, obviously. Like I'm not gonna fucking, you know, I came in well after that shit. But like, if you hadn't had this like random marketing kind of arm department, you fucking guys wouldn't have had the chance to be able to go and fuck off in the lab and do what you do and leave all the culture to us. Am I right or wrong, dude?
Yeah, man. You know, it's always been like, not always been like this, but I think we figured out how it was the best way to make it happen, and I think that's how it's working right now. I think it's the best that way.
And Mole, you know what people's not going to recognise? And this is going to be like a bit of a revelation for the people that like listen on the replay or something. And yeah, guys, it is late for me. If I do sound a bit, it's 2 a.m. And I'm about to take the dogs for a walk. But like the more that RAC FM has done what it's done, the more it's become separated and like segregated. Like, well, it's always been separated and segregated, like from the Racøøn Supply, like actual project itself. But like what we've tried to do is put more and more distance between ourselves while still retaining that like over like that retainer, that thing, like that was never gonna like go away ever. Like tonight you can see that, right? Like when you're launching an NFT marketplace, like you're gonna come in a space like this is like the best space in the world with the best people, right? Like literally you're like, oh my god, I have to do an interview tonight. Oh well, it's Robo and Bruce and Sandy and the rest of the gang, right? But think about it. RAC FM has done everything they can to go to the left, while Racøøn Supply have been going to the right. That's no reason we can't meet in Tulsa, right? Think about it. Anyway, it's gone on like long enough. More, yeah, I hope you kind of know what I mean. Is that like we're not separate, but we're glued at the hip. But like we go our own way, right? Mole knows.
Well, you walk your dogs. My dogs just came and told me it was time for a treat. They got their peanut butter cracker treats. So this is an exciting day. By the way, I've learned a lot today. I learned about this new thing. I don't know why I didn't know about Empawrium before. Honestly, it's new to me, but I went and collected the NFTs. I'm excited about your marketplace, and I learned more information about the stream swap and what's happening with Adam and Flix from Tank too. Believe it or not, I didn't know you could go in there and take your money out like that. I was stupid.
Oh, Sandy, we've had Tank in, and look who's fucking dropped in, Seffi. I mean, Bruce, we might not have to go there.
I will just say that Mall, if you gotta go, then go. Don't wait.
Oh, has he? I'm normally the time checker. Sorry, Maul. Wait, we'll have to fight. Seffi, have you minted any fucking Empawrium shit or not, you little pleb?
No. Where do I do this now?
You're not driving again, are you? Oh my goodness. Give me.
Listen, man, I was working today. Like, I work on Saturdays and Sundays too. Like, you guys have to fill me in on what to buy. I don't know.
Give me your seed phrase, Seffi, and I'll hook her up, brother. Raccoons has just launched the Empawrium better NFT marketplace interface on your fucking face. If you crash while you're listening to us, it'll be right all over your face, dude. But just look at it. Find the next gas station. Stop. Jump on your phone. Buy some shit, dude. Or we're looking. Coming for you.
Okay, I'm going to also advise that if you don't have any money, you can actually go. So up in the nest there, I put up my "This is me" minting this morning, and part of that tweet or next to it is Empawrium.wtf launchpad, and so you just go connect your wallet, and you can mint for free. And apparently there's been collections that's been there that I didn't know about, but I'm just going to catch up now in mint with these free collections. So I don't know if you heard all that, Seppo.
Yeah, and basically the cool thing with this release was just to speak with the project that are minting their badges. It was just fun to speak with these people and just to make sure, like we just wanted to make sure that we reach to not a big group of people, just selected group of people, so they can try the better marketplace. So all of the badges that you see that you can mint for free is basically comes from the project. So we asked for it, let's say. So we didn't took their image and just say they're on the website. We asked for them to be on the website.
So Seffi was driving. Has he crashed his car yet? He's probably crashed his car trying to get like this. I don't know what you're trying to buy, Seffi. Are you in the fucking trash pan or what? In the trash pan. In the trash pan, the dirt bin. What are you buying, Seffi?
What am I buying where? What do you mean? Like, I'm not sure I understand what you're asking.
Oh, bro, you didn't. Sandy just gave you such a beautiful explanation there, man. Dude, you're obviously not listening. You're probably looking out for the cops because we all know you're a drug dealer and not really a fucking doctor.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm still driving. I haven't sat down to buy anything yet. I just don't know.
So, Empawrium dropped the alpha tonight. Oh, the beta. Dude, like there's a new NFT marketplace on Chihuahua or Chihuahua, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. And it's hot as fuck. It's like, bro, imagine you crash now at 120 mile an hour and you burst into flames and you're incinerated. It's a little bit hotter than that right now. Okay.
Jesus.
So focus on the road. Focus on the road, Steffi, please. I don't want to continue this conversation. I'm a big believer in you. I don't want to focus on the road, bro. When you stop at the gas hole, we'll have a conversation, yeah?
All right, guys, I'm gonna leave in just like 5 minutes. Gotta finish some stuff off, and we're gonna go eat for dinner to celebrate the Empawrium launch with Zap. So I think it's gonna be pretty fun. I'm having a hard time to speak now. I think I'm getting tired.
Last question. We have been doing this, you and I, personally, for 15 months. Any complaints?
What do you mean? Any complaints?
I just mean with the interviews and like what we've done, like any complaints. I know you've probably got like issues, and I'm on about live shows, like what we've dropped. I mean, Mol, we've never let you down. How many drops have we done live for you? And now it's like this is like a match made in heaven, right?
Yeah, man. I think we've done it like 5 or 6 times. I remember doing it at first, like just clicking on the button to release. I think it was like the second game of Raccoon Bet, and I was stressed. I'm like, if it crashes, it's gonna be ugly.
Robo, your mic is crazy.
Oh, it might be the computer. Sorry.
But yeah, what were you saying, Mol?
I heard Mol perfectly well. Like, did you not hear Mol perfectly well there? No. Maybe your fucking earphones are fucked up. Like, I did have like the fan next to me, but I've been there for ages. Anyway, listen, Mol, I've had so many fucking conversations with you. It's ridiculous. But the second, like, if anyone scrolls down to the bottom of RAC FM, looks at the second show, it's the AMA. That was the day on the AMA where everyone went like, fucking hell. Like, this is where shit really happens. That's where the conversation's about fucking Raccoon as a service. Like, every fucking thing happened. Like, what we're now, May, we're talking July. Guys, 10 months ago, like, 10 months ago, myself, Robo, and Mol bared our souls for like 45 minutes, like on his face, like bang, told the world everything you need to know about Raccoon. So if you didn't know, and you need to go back and fucking listen, right? And Mol knows this. Like, that's why he'll always make time for us. That's why he's never ever going to do another show other than us, ever. I know that. No matter who he works for. Anyway, Mol, take care. Go and have your lunch. I love you, brother. I love you like a brother from another mother, right? Take care.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's how we said it from the start. But yeah, we're just gonna take some time to relax because it's, man, I think it was the biggest week we've ever had because there was like the partnership. We worked on Stargaze, Empawrium. It's a well-deserved day off tomorrow for sure. And like, thanks again for taking the time to make a space, discuss about everything. And I always like to discuss about a lot of stuff. That's what I like. So thanks a lot, guys. Love you.
Love you too, Mol. Just want to say sorry I haven't been the most engaging and spiffy character today, but yeah. Been a rough week.
Whoa, that's because your co-host didn't apologise to him because you've been playing your job role, because Finn told us yesterday that we need to play the job role, right? And you've done that tonight. So dude, if you apologise to him right now, you're a pussy in my eyes, so shut the fuck up, will you?
I just love Mol so much.
No, we all do. But this is really weird. And go on, Mol, fuck off. Go and have your lunch, whatever. This is what's interesting, Bruce, is that we're realising that, like, about the work thing, like, we're not even getting paid for this shit, guys, right? The Finns, like, well, like last Monday, you motherfuckers, man, you all wanted to be the host, and it was like, you're gonna have to figure out, like, that, like, the one who is hosting this guy, like, because Bruce was interrupting me as normal. Bbandz was actually quite polite. Finn didn't give a fuck as always, but like, we were like, all right, okay. We need to like figure this shit out a little bit because, I mean, look, people have stayed tonight, whether that be Don Tory down there or Al or Purbury or like, there's a lot, Homestead. Anybody, Brasco, especially like, and especially Sandy, you've got to keep that shit going. You've got to keep the entertainment, the engagement, the banter going. Like, I think the more people give less zero fucks, the better this like world is right now. No?
Yeah, less fucks, but in the right ways. right?
Yeah, but I say something controversial and people get upset, but it's like purely tongue-in-cheek. And it might be relevant to, like, I don't know, Cito posting, I don't know, a photograph of a prostitute or whatever, right? It might be like purely like tongue-in-cheek or whatever, right? But like people like start taking it this tongue-in-cheek and like taking it like, yeah. Sandy, darling, help me out. Listen, Sandy, I might be too old. I don't know, darling. Too many people are too uptight these days. These like millennials and Gen X's and Gen Z's and blah blah are really uptight right now.
Well, you know, we say they're uptight, and they say they're uncomfortable, and you know, it makes them uncomfortable, and so they want like a balloon around them, and so yeah, I actually kind of get scared going to the stores. You know, if the he thing throws me off a lot, and I'm not an old person in that way, but you know, I sometimes wonder if they're dealing with reality, some of them, and some of them are quite smart and in here. So I don't know what to tell you.
Isn't it identitarianism, like this culture of this is? I mean, I'm so far down that fucking. I mean, it's not for tonight, Sandy. Maybe we might finish and do an unrecorded one if you want. I'm so far down the road of like this identitarianism, like fractured like culture that we've got. It's absolutely staggering. I can't believe that where I came from, where I grew from, like my seeds and my roots have got to this stage where I'm like this old plant and I'm like in a garden that I no longer want to be in. And that's really like, and that's an analogy and some 10 times better than Bruce's regular ones. But say Bruce, I'm on mushrooms. I fucking hell, Sandy. I'm 46 and I'm struggling with my reality on the world right now. There you are.
Well, because, you know, reality's changing as we speak. I mean, shoot, look at us. Look at how many hours we've been here today. Our reality's changing, and you know, we're part of this great experiment. And then there's things we can't see that's interfering, right?
Wait. Right, okay, Sandy, this like, what is a woman conversation? And the question and the documentary that Matt like had to do, blah, blah. What a fucking ridiculous fucking thing. Like seriously?
So Robo, this has been going for 3 hours now, right? Recorded.
Let's end it.
Let's end it. And if you want to keep going, let's keep put up on recorded.
I'll let you hook up one, Bruce. I'll let you hook up one, right? Okay.
I'm done for today.
No, you're done when we say you're done. And now for this.
Nah, man. I'm only joking. Oh, you man, Todd Spaces is here. Hello, buddy. How you doing, you motherfucker? Let's get a few people up in this fucking joint, yeah? So, what's been happening today? Dow makes you want to fucking commit suicide at times. Like, seriously? Anyone that's been around Dow and spent any time over on there, you will fucking want to eventually kill your fucking self. I don't know about you lot. I've been spending a little bit of time peeping over on Enterprise, pulled up the little petticoat, see what she had to offer, and fucking hell, man. I'm like, I'm going from the 1820s to fucking 2019 or something. Like, what's going on? I feel like from Enterprise and Dow. One's got features, one's got UI, aye? One's got Jake, and I don't even know who the fuck the other pleb is anyway. Oh, we've got some people in the room. Shall we? Shall we go there? I think tonight's going to be a big one, a funny one. We're going to transfer 20% of the mint now to Michael. He's really bad. I think this could be funny. Nah, bit of a cunny fun tonight. Anyway, Finn, Bruce, yous are up. If you want to come in. Hello, Finn.
Oh, is Twitter working today? So is the crap shoot 50-50? What's it going?
I take everything back, Finn. I take everything back. You were fucking right all along. Honest to God, about like Dow. Dude, it blew up 2 computers today. You're totally right.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta be careful. That shit'll blow your phone battery up. Don't have that shit next to your head. If you feel it getting hot, like throw it in the water or something. Get it away from you.
So, bro, the JSON was mad. The JSON was like about a 4-hour experience. And bearing in mind, I had the addresses, like everything was going to go ahead like last night, etc., etc. Shout out Madman and Bbandz just jumped in the room. Dude, I mean, the JSON with tardigrades took about 4 hours. We realized like a few things, like I tried to put the hashtag in the fucking token ID and blah, blah, blah. Like every fucking, it's not like, listen, eventually, guys, these systems, these dApps, these UIs are going to have to say to you, dude, you didn't do this, instead of giving you some error message that you can't even fucking read. I mean, these people are like, there's some coding tools because you're a non-code pleb. And then they give you the error message in fucking pleb terms. And you're like, bro, you've created this system because I'm a pleb. And now you're telling me I haven't done what I'm supposed to do because I'm a pleb. And you're doing it in plebish language that I don't even understand. I mean, we'll welcome Bruce in a minute. But Finn, where do you go with this? Like, say that error message, right?
Oh, I've seen it. Makes 0 sense to me. All I can see there is that you're using more gas than you gave it. Yeah, I have no fucking idea, but you know, that's what happens. This shit's beta. Like, it's not made for prime time yet, obviously. And that's just kind of,
there's plenty of gas.
So we deal with.
Gas shouldn't be a problem, Finn, right?
No, but when in these contracts, when there's an error, it spits out way more gas than you should be using to kind of let you know that there's an error. It's dumb, but that's how it works.
Dude, you know the worst thing? I'm going to say this about Dow right now. Every time you've had like the functional error with like the red code, you must hard refresh and go back into the DAO and initiate or start again. I mean, fair play. The contract, if you've written a description, etc., that will be saved. So, like, it's not like you're having to type all your shit again. Like, Lena, that should be on a Word doc anyway, so you can copy and paste. But, like, it's like every single time DAO says that you're wrong, you have to, like, completely fucking fuck off, back out, come back in, start again. Like, tardigrades and I last week, like, the JSON was perfect. Wouldn't go through. Went out, did a hard refresh, bang, 91 NFTs dropped. I mean, literally, Finn, I saw like the wallet names and stuff on like who bought it. It's only 25 people. I'm desperate to get this out. Like, it's like, I'm really desperate to like for everyone to get this now. I know you're waiting, bro. It's not me. I didn't fuck up. I mean, I kind of was going to let it go.
I'm not waiting. I can listen to the song. I'm not waiting. I just feel bad for everyone that like put in pre-order and was expecting it and wasn't able to get it. But that's, I mean, everyone knows that. Anyone that's interacting with any of this shit, they all know that.
No, Finn. We said we would close the registration at that time. Sorry, like we said when the show started, we would close it down. We didn't say like it'll be in your wallet in like fucking 2 hours or whatever. Like we said we would try and get it out, but like it's DAO, right? Dude, everything else is taken care of. Like at my end, like the JSON's in there, blah, blah, blah. It's just fucking DAO being a cunt. Well, I don't know. It'll figure itself out very shortly. I'm going to get on the case now anyway. In the build-up, and let's welcome Bruce. In the build-up to Empawrium, are we going to transfer the first 20% to Michael, yeah? I did say 25% a day, hoping it might bump them in, but like when it didn't, I was like, okay, well, 20% we'll send it, you know? Shall we send some money to Michael tonight? Because he's really bad, by the way.
Yeah, send it all. I mean, whatever. Send it. Full send.
Well, I said if we got to 75%, we would just like burn the rest. I was like, wait, it's not about us. Like, if that's what like people want to think, and I mean, listen,
there's something to be said about timing, and the timing was fucked.
Yeah,
out of our control or not. That's just what it is.
Also, there was people that had a chance to push, like to mention it on their shows last night. They didn't, right?
Timing.
Yeah, we might not be the hottest turd in the manure pile at the moment.
You understand what I mean, though? Yeah, I was already in DMs saying like, bro, you know, and all giving each other loads of shit. But you know, there's some things that matter, some things that count, and like, holy fuck! I mean, you can tweet all you want about things being such a like big success and that, but like, bro, was it? I mean, I woke up a few hours later, there was like 8 live views and like 80 on the actual space. It's grown a little bit, but like, then there's like tweets after like, oh, what a huge success. It's like, dude, your numbers probably dropped if you go back and look at the last 3 or 4 weeks or last 3 or 4 episodes.
But it's again, Web3, success is relative, man. You know, if 2 people listen, that might be success. You know, it's all relative.
I'll never forget though who did promote the wheelchair mafia. Even we didn't want to kill it. Like, we didn't think it was a project. What's your mic, Bruce? We didn't think it was a project that needed to be shilled. We really didn't. Like that was the whole thing. I think it was a case of like, we shouldn't have to go there and like do what others do. But I tell you what, if my mate, and I was in the DMs with them like literally every day, 20 times a day, like if they were doing something like that, like I would have at least like not focused on myself and then made the show just about like one thing, literally the whole entire show was about one thing. I would have like tried to like be at least, well, you know, try and feed some sick dogs. Anyway, fuck that. We've got nearly $1,000, right? That's what matters, right? Doesn't matter if we mint out 20%, we burn the rest. That feeds all of the dogs for the next 2 days. So he's going to all sleep at night. Like, think about it, he's got 1,300 dogs, right? It's probably the next 3 days he's going to be able to feed these 1,300 dogs. That'll be like 4,000 meals, right?
I'm finding it kind of hard to sleep at night because all I can think about is how bad I want to chariot race some dogs just from looking through these NFTs.
Bro,
nice job, Bruce, by the way.
Thank you, man.
Oh, listen, but you two, when I'm not there, you two last night, talking about, oh, well, if they don't eat them and they don't fucking fight them against each other, well, at least they can race them. Bruce is like, oh, it's much better for them, you know. You two, when I'm not there, man, you just need a fucking adult in the room, you two cunts, right?
We're not dog people. You're the dog person. Dog people are weird, man. And all I know, I mean, you know, dogs, there's dogs everywhere. So I'm glad these dogs are getting the help that they need. But maybe humans should be a little more fucking responsible and stop breeding every kind of fucking dumbass dog just because, oh, this one looks cute. Like, bro, your dog has like 8 genetic defects and it can barely breathe. Like, cool, it looks cute. That fucking thing is suffering. Put it down. Like, there's so many gross dog farms and shit. Like, there's a reason there's so many dogs running wild. And I feel like we get to the root of that issue. Maybe humans quit being so dog greedy. And
also, I'm pretty sure I've seen people raise dogs before. I'm pretty sure it's not my idea.
That applies to Finn in his country. Finn, when you go out to other countries where there are wildlife feral dogs, like in Thailand and blah blah, and then what happens is here, like people will leave. And they'll be like moving from like after move from a house to a fucking flat or so. And dude, they just like literally like leave the dog on the street. It's like kind of mad here, the attitude towards animals. It's actually quite like, for me, I mean, 11 years, I've never been able to accept the like Thai attitude animals. And like, even with me wife sometimes, like didn't get me wrong, so caring, blah, blah, blah. Like they can just be like, bang, right, bye-bye. And it's like when Muan died, and she obviously like went up north into the country for a few months, right? And at the end of her life, right after Winston was born, to get a bit of peace. And I didn't even know, man. I mean, Mrs. was like, "Oh yeah, she died like last month, and yeah, my dad buried under the mango tree." Like so matter, like as if like someone saying, "Yeah, what do you want in your sandwich?" What do you want? What pizza do you want tonight? I'll order your pizza. What do you want? It's like, whoa. Wait, what? She's dead? Like what? And you just like choked because like you just can't believe that they can talk about shit like that. No, it's really bad. It's really bad out there. Like the attitude.
It's all relative. It's all relative.
Well, at least they didn't eat them here. I mean, I heard you talking about fucking people eating dogs last night.
No, not that you know of. Not that you know of. You know that shit's happening though.
In Thailand, they don't.
Yeah, you get hungry enough.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell me about this Empawrium. Are we live? What's the deal with that?
It should be in 45 minutes, right, Brooks?
Yep, 44 minutes. There's going to be eight free batches or 8 free mints of 8 different batches from 8 different projects. And if you're going to make it, if you make all 8 of them, that's going to give you 10 lottery tickets for a lottery that's going to have 4 times $50 prizes. The 4 prizes of $50 for 4 lucky winners.
You know what we should have done? We should have got our Chihuahua out of the treasury and we should have got it ready and we should have bought some NFTs with it. Just like I told Bruce to buy the gelato bottom, where I told Bruce to buy the gelato floor with the fucking Gaddy Omniflix, right? We should have done that, dude.
Yeah, we should have done that. That was also at the Omniflix Pico top, right? Right around $3.
Oh, dude. No, Omni was fucking only about 170 at the time or something.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure I was sitting and talking with you about swapping Omniflix around 2.6.
Oh, that was well after. Sure it was. No? Oh my goodness, hey, we lost your woman. Holy fuck, I'll tell you what. My goodness. I felt like that, you know, when you got in the river. What's it called, Finn? You're a fucking Christian, aren't you?
Baptized.
That's the one. I don't know, I feel like some mad baptized, like...
Drowning?
And yet, I still woke up, like, just, like, wanting to choose violence. I'm like, that little cunt. I know exactly, like, what he's done when he said that little, and I'm just like, oh, Robo, for fuck's sake, shut the fuck up, will you? Fucking wanker. I've had enough. Yeah, man, baptized. Is that what happened last night, Bruce? Baptism? I was hoping
it was a purge. It was shining of the light. So in Buddhist practice...
Oh, exorcism. Exorcism, that's what...
Nah, you'll never achieve that, I don't think. Like, I'm just that guy, man. I'm just, like, so protective. I'm like
I'm pretty sure, Robo, I'm pretty sure if we put you in a human centipede and put you in the middle part, you would eventually be exorcised.
Bruce, that was like really like, even for me, a bit too far. Yeah.
Hey, you don't, that's what I do. I am very funny and then I will take it too far, like 700 times, and I will find new friends after that.
Did you just use the adverb very instead of the adverb slightly, or not? Sorry.
Oh, pretty sure. I have no idea what I'm talking about most of the time. So
next time,
I think you know more.
I'm slightly funny. That would be more endearing, you know. That would embody the Bruce.
Hey, this is the guy that had a hard time figuring out the bridge. Okay, so just cut him a little slack. he's doing what he can, you know. It's tough out there sometimes.
Just because, like, I've seen so many bridges in my life, right? And I live on a tiny island in the middle of a city, so I'm surrounded by bridges, and all the bridges I use daily. And no matter what way I want to go, if I want to go back or forth, I can just do it on the same bridge.
Bruce, is nothing more than a bridge over troubled waters. And you, Brucey. I understand. Dude, you're the bridge. I'm the violent river running underneath. We all need help, I know.
Yeah, hey, bro. The bridge needs a river to cross, right? Or else it's fucking not a bridge.
Dude, I literally like woke up and I just looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, Robo, you're a much better guy now, aren't you? And the person that looked back went, no, you still would stab everybody in the fucking face, you daft cunt. Like, for all that shit, if I was face to face with you, Matt, I'll tell you what, like, literally, it's got to a stage where, like, that's it. Like, some things in life, just get to a point where if you ever saw anyone face to face, you just know you're going to throw it down. Like, you just know, like, it's never going to go. Like, until that moment, you know? After that, after a good dust up, after what we call a settler, do you know what a settler is, right? After a good settler, which is like, for me, that's there's no spaces and coaching and talking, blah, blah, blah. For me, like, to be able to, like, sit down and have a pint with someone or talk to them on a space or whatever, like certain people I'm talking about, it would literally have to be a dust up, like
I think the settlers that you have had in your life and the settlers I have had in my life is a bit different. Because the settlers I have had in my life is not me having a fight with anybody. It's me pushing the line for weeks and weeks and weeks and just pushing buttons, right? And then I get a beating, and then we become friends afterwards. And I go like, "Oh, sure, yeah, I understand why you beat me up." You didn't
notice that just happened. You didn't notice that just happened, like last night. They're like pushing the line, and then getting the beating down. You didn't realize that.
Oh yeah, no, we realized it while we were cleaning up all the blood off the floor and the stains out of the carpet. Oh, we definitely realized it.
You heard Finn and I sitting in the living room talking about what the fuck happened between our step-parents. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that was you, Finn. And Finn was like, nah, man, all you, Bruce.
The best thing about last night was just like where the room went silent for about 4 seconds or something. That's a long time as well. And then all you heard, like, it's about 33 minutes in, I think. And you just hear your woman Bbandz go, "You're forgiven, Robo." Like literally, that's it. And that's all you hear, man, in the entire tone of the room. Fucking completely changes after that moment, actually. I mean, if you're gonna, this is like live, fucking in public, and like anyone could have ended, like we could have ended that space at any time, blah blah blah. But like, I mean, do you want to be a player, but do you want to actually like show people that, like, yeah, we are the people that listen to, because like you're gonna find out exactly what's going on. Like, this is it, you know. And man, I felt shit. I've got to say it, because I was having a conversation with Bbandz 2 days before about the same fucking thing. Like, and I used that, like literally, I get that entire time. Like, Robo, you fucking prick. Like you thought, like, she's kicking off about this in other places in Web3, right? And I'm like, totally agreeing and blah blah. Because I've said before, you know, we're all like, well, in fact, women are fucking way better than us, etc., etc. I've said about how I feel about fucking colour, gender, everything. Religion, I've said a lot before, man. I didn't give a fuck. I see people. That's it. See dogs and I see people. And that's it in my life, right? But I did feel that obviously someone had, because the 5 of us hadn't been messaged, right? I just kind of was like, well, that's a dick move. And why is it a dick move? Well, it's a dick move because of that. But I shouldn't have then went public and said that, even, like, we all knew that was a dick move. We could have internally talked about that. I didn't have to go out there and kind of like, I mean, I wasn't using it, but I see how, you know, your woman would construe that I was, and was totally correct. And like, I was like, fucking Jesus, did I just do what, like, I've called all these other plebs for? And yes, I did. So like, it's good to get your behavior checked, but like I said last night, I'm not that guy. I'm the other guy that's on, like, exactly on the correct side of the fence that, like, advocates for everything. But that one moment in time, and like I say, boys, I don't know, like, we're like 5 brothers and one little sister, and like 5 bros and 1 little sister's gonna take care of that little sis, right? Like, not that she needs taken care of, but like, you're gonna do that, right? It's like inbuilt in your nature, Bruce and Finn, to protect, like, people, and like, I think you need to, you know.
It's so, like, we have different ways of showing our affection, right? And we come from different cultures and different
affection or protection.
It's the same thing, like the way we show affection in different ways. Some people show affection by standing in front of the moving train, right? Some people show affection by washing your feet or just being there for you. There's so many different ways of showing it. Like, and it's shut up, Finn. But there's so many different ways of showing how you care. Some people cook, some people clean, some people make money for you, some people suck your dick, you know. Some people pick you up after school. Some people is only there when you're having a good time, and some people are only there when you're having a bad time.
Dude, standing in front of the train is pretty much like useless for everyone concerned. Right? Punching that train in the face head on with a fucking gigantic fucking Hulk fist and then trying to fucking chew its face off, that might get you somewhere. But like, I mean, I've been trying to be a pacifist, a real pacifist now for a long, long fucking time. I've really have. Like, I've only gotten in proper serious trouble in Thailand like 3 times, and kind of like twice were deserved, and then one was like my fault. Like I've just been on this pacifist like thing now since like what? Fucking the late 90s, early 2000s, like fucking 20 odd year right now. I've wanted to be nothing but a pacifist, like totally like at raves and that, like, hello matey, what's your name, what you're on, let's have a drink, blah blah, you know, just that guy, right? I walked away from like all the fucking horrors, etc. I'd had enough, Bruce, right, Finn? Like, but you still kind of like, how do I say this? You can, I tell you what, you can take the man out of England, or you can take the man out of Sunderland. You can't take Sunderland out the man. There's a thing that runs through me where I grew up in like the, you know, the roughest of times, and like in a mining village, and I had to go to a different school every other kid. I had to come home, get bullied, fight. I've said this before in the interview with Gaines and them, that like, it's isn't any secrets. Like 6-7 months before my fucking family moved, man, getting bullied, bashed all hour every night. Do I give a fuck? Like, what did I do? Went and found a gang. I started running with a gang in the city centre. Did what I did. Like, you know, Finn, some people haven't lived certain lives in this industry, right? And there's people who want to come and hang without us cats. And I know Bruce has lived a life or two, by the way, and Finn, and a few other people. But there's cats that come and like try to like want to hang with us, or like bit like, and they're kind of like plebbish people, right? And they didn't really have like that social like intellect, and they've never really like been around like people and environments, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, literally their parents have took them to and from school. Yeah. Right? They got to uni, they thought they were free, you know, the parents paying for everything, like, and then they start taking drugs during uni. They might sample mushrooms, oh my God, you know, and they come out and blah blah. And dude, it's so fucking fake. It's really fake. Like, it's embarrassing. I said about this before the other week, remember? That was on the recorded show when I talked about these people who don't start taking drugs until they're like 26, 28, 30, 35. Like, you'll hear about people like doing DMT or something for the first time at 35, and like it cracks them up or whatever. And you're like, bro, I've been...
That's me. That was me, man.
Dude, I've been training my brain since 11. I was taking acid and mushrooms at like 11 years fucking old, man, laughing in front of my mum. Just been talking about it today with Alice and them. Like, literally, in England, in the late 80s, early 90s, fucking drugs were everywhere. Acid was everywhere. Everyone was high. And I just was in the right place at the right time, where my mum was bad. My dad was working, busy. I mean, they didn't have a lot of time or energy or effort for me. They had a bit of money, but, you know, like, and we just moved into a new house, so actually money was a bit tighter. Dude, I was left to fucking run free. I mean, thing was, I've been getting bullied for 6 months, and or 7 months, right? And then we move house, and then I moved to this place where all the kids are taking drugs. I mean, what's going to happen? What are you going to do? Like, literally, the kids like, across the road next door, blah blah, they're all on drugs. But I left this like mining town, like where they had fuck all money and they were all like little thieving cunts. And drugs really weren't like prevalent on the estate. When we moved like middle class, fucking all like literally, honest to God, I fucking rolled up on it, like doing fucking smoking fucking joints outside in the street, like Rolly Black, taking fucking tabs, key wings, like if anyone can remember the acid tabs, purple arms, like Finn, I know you're an old fella. You must be able to remember the old paper acid back in the day, right? The tabs, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Purple Arms were one of the most famous in the world, right? Around about 1988, 1989. Like literally like the biggest, like you can get on the internet and see this information anyway.
Yeah, it's relative. It's a regional thing, you know. Different spots had different shit going on at different times.
Did you ever have microdots? Did you ever have microdots on that? Oh, bro,
I've had macro dots, micro dots, polka dots.
Holy fuck.
Connect the dots.
You'd
paint by number.
The audience might not know you're taking the piss, but I'll tell you what, microdots under your eyelid or like under your Jap's eye, under your foreskin eye. Fucking Jesus, bro, those things.
Did you say foreskin?
You know your fucking bell end, like your Jap's eye, eh? No? Have you never had a trip under your foreskin before, no? Didn't tell me. What?
This guy. No, I had a friend once that took a liquid dose in his eye, but he had the LSD in a Breath Assure bottle, and he didn't clean it out first, and it was very minty, and it burned the fuck out of his eye, and the rest of the night he was like not having a good time.
I thought you were talking
put
about
things in my eye.
I've done it in my eye. I thought you were talking about my fucking foreskin.
I've had it under me.
No, he is. Before. He is. I'm not, because I'm an adult.
Oh, okay.
Bro, I've had me cock in a bag of fucking coke, in an ounce of coke before, just rubbing the cunt all over, like, for your woman, like literally, like the shit you can put on your dick, like, if you get the right stuff, is absolutely mind-blowing beyond belief. But it's a lot slower than the eye. I did notice this, though, right?
Yeah, bro, I also know about the back alley blow dart, but, right? But
you're not having Bruce is not having the foreskin story. Bruce is sitting there and he's like not having it out. Finn, he's like, nah, dude, he's not having the story. Bruce, my goodness, man. Have you not heard me talk about Stevie Nicks and that man from the fucking Fleetwood Mac? Getting the fucking coke blown up her ass off the roadies, man. Come on, give over.
Yeah,
man.
I know about a back alley blow dart. I know what that is, bro.
A back alley blow dart. A back alley blood.
You like that one?
Finn, we might need to leave this space, like, dude, and like start again before Moll comes in, because if they think like they might come in and we're like, oh, what about the platform? And your man just like fucking back alley blood darts. Holy fuck, Bruce, can we change the conversation, please? Honest to God, I'm crying. Look who's just jumped in. Can I give a shout out to the room? Like, we've got amazing people in, right? We've got Sandy's just jumped in, but we've had Dizzle listening for a while. Risby, I think he might have had to jump in and out. Al's there, Mr. Fox, Madman, Filido, JC Smiles. I mean, get Sandy up to speak. Because before the Empawrium guys goes live, we might as well do like a transfer. We hit 20%, so we might as well like live, like see some money go, so we can see like the on-chain activity. Hello, Sandy, darling. Hello.
Oh my goodness, I'm starting my Saturday morning after my chores with you. Hello, everybody. You know, I think about you all as soon as I open my eyes. First, I think, do I have any pain? And if I do, it means I'm alive because I'm over 50. And then I'm like, oh my God, what's going on Twitter with the Cosmos people? And boy, are things hot today. I got to hurry up and get everything done so I can go over to the Flixverse and look at the bootstrapping with Adam and the stream swap and Flix. And so I'm really excited. How you all doing?
Oh, yeah, woman's golden, isn't he? She should just give me like 20%, 25% more energy than I've had all week, just there in like one comment. Cheers, darling. You're a real blessing, aren't you?
Yeah, that Flix swap bootstraps in an hour and 24 minutes is when the next one starts. So if anybody's wanting to get in on that, 500,000 flicks for atoms. Starts in an hour, 24 minutes. So definitely keep an eye on that. app.streamswap.io is where you can find that.
And also talking about Atom, if you have some RAC, you can now deposit it in the new LP, in the new bow pool on Kujira, and earn some RAC and some Atom rewards. Courtesy
if you can figure out how to bridge it. Did you get it bridged? Did you get it figured finally?
Yeah,
My
bro,
man.
I did. I just thought I could bridge whatever to fucking Kuji and then just swap it.
No. There's a reason there's a spot in that song about the relayers overloading the relayers. Like, it's deeper than that. But yeah, you got to make sure there's connection on each side and there's a relayer actually relaying the shit. But the easiest way I've found is to just use the biggest main, which in this case would be Atom. Get the Atom there, and then from there you can swap it into the USK or whatever you're trying to do. This
funny,
pool
right?
is a RAC and USK pool, so check it out.
It's funny because I that was my initial thought, but I had all my money in RAC on Wind. So I thought, like, okay, I'm going to swap it to Atom, but then I have to go all the way to Cosmos Hub and then to fucking Kuji. Why can't I just
it's so
take my
far.
RAC?
I gotta walk
Exactly.
like 10 miles. Oh, God.
But what ended up happening was me sending fucking RAC and Juno back and forth.
Bruce, breaking news. RAC FM is not for you to shill your bags. What you doing in the nest, you daft little pleb, little fucking cunt? What you doing?
Hey, it's just one time.
No. Wait, hey. I'll put a prop up to boot you out of this motherfucker if you do that again. I've never done that in my life, you cheeky little cunt. Now get that out the nest. Now.
It's good. It's good. It's good you didn't look up. I'm on it. It's good.
Now. Get that out the nest now.
Chubby Baby. Look at him taking a playbook out of Chubby Baby.
Where is he? Get him up in the room. Where is he? Is he here? Get Chubby Baby.
No, I'm just saying that's a Chubbs move, what he did there. That's a Chubbs move. Except he was talking. Oh, I like the misser. That was fun.
By the way, can somebody tell me, you're all smart here, am I supposed to buy the Pepper Queen or not? I haven't had time to look into that.
Not now.
No.
Not now. Buy Misa.
Buy another Doge shit coin. Is that, I mean, come on. Pepe, really?
You buy Misser. You buy Misser because everybody missed fucking Pepe. They buy Misser. It's for those of us who didn't fucking buy it.
Bruce, you didn't have to delete all fucking 16. You could have left one up there for the crew. I mean, I was just like, bro.
It's okay.
Give your woman
16 up there again.
Give your woman Sandy a lifeline here. Put one up in the nest, man, Bruce. You can have one. Come on, we'll give you the one, dude.
But all joking aside, if Pepe's still over $1 billion market cap, it's probably too late. I don't see it going much further than that, but then again, who knows? I fucking got out at 250 because people were like, oh, this is fucking dumb. And I was like, I know it's dumb, but check this out. $1 billion, no way. There's no way. And then guess what? 4 days later, it happened. So fuck me, I guess. But I definitely would not go in above $1 billion. I mean, I don't see where else it's going to go from there but down. But I don't know. Nobody knows.
I'm in 3 fucking shit coins. I'm in Mong, I'm in Guac, and I'm in Misser. Guac and Misser hasn't taken off yet. So that's it.
Yet. Listen to him. Listen to that hopium. Hasn't taken off yet. But we're hopeful soon it will. And my $50 ETH gas fee will be worth it. Hopefully.
my $87 gas fee. Thank you very much. And a missed transaction. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. You didn't get the missed transaction, did you?
Oh yes.
Man. Oh Jesus. Oh, that kills you, doesn't it?
Bro, I had to onboard more cash. It fucking kills. And I'm a noob over there. I have no idea what I'm doing, man.
I'm gonna stick to my original plan because my original plan is working. You know, when I read about Atom, when it was like $4 or $5, nobody was like going, "Yay to the moon, Atom!" It was just like boring shit you had to read and follow charts and doing actually research. And then, and then I came into OmniFlix and I'm like, oh, this is going to be some shit.
But Sandy,
Yeah.
but what happened with that? It never mooned.
It went to $50 and I was able to, make a bunch of good trades and I still, believe in the actual Cosmos ecosystem. I know there's funny stuff. When it comes to money, people do funny stuff. Even like your brothers and sisters will rip you off. So I know anywhere there's money and power, there's going to be funny business going on. That's just the nature of the world. So I figured, but if the system is set up so that there's enough good people building it, it should work out. And you know what? I thought, when Cosmos system starts having NFTs, I want to be a creator, because now I realize there's going to be a lot of people staking this and that, and then they're going to want to buy some of these NFTs. And then things that I didn't even know were possible are happening. Like, I forget what project it was, but they came into an OmniFlix space and they talked about in the near future, we'll be able to use our NFTs as collateral to borrow crypto. And I made them say it in plain language, just like, I said to you. And I thought, that's great. So I just realized, this hype stuff, let's go to the moon. I'm just going to just stick to like the practical things that I understand. And you know what? Like my fantastical animal collection that's got over 1,000, over 300 of them have sold. And I figure OmniFlix has only been in play for about a year. And I'm averaging about 1 NFT sales a day just in that one collection. So steady as she goes. And in the process, I'm going to support other projects that I think are like mine and are worthy, that are caring. So
Sandy,
I bought dogs. I bought those dog NFTs yesterday.
Sandy, while you're here, darling, because we have it 20% mint. So, like, Michael is bad, by the way, guys. I want to really, tell you this. Is it to record it? But, he should be okay when we're seeing this. In the last 48 hours, Michael lost over 35% of his blood. He's had a serious ulcer, ruptured, blah blah. What we're gonna do now, I think it has even fucking more not. It's not about the impact or anything like that. It's about what it resonates with us. That oh fucking hell. You know what I mean? He was going to be here. Today, he was going to come on the show earlier tonight and talk about it, yeah. I had arranged with him. He was going to try and come on last night, but he had a business meeting, and he was but then that was cancelled, etc., etc. We should. Brucey, can you help me out? I need Bruce's help a little bit, but while Sandy's here, we're going to give the dogs, the money that we've got. I think it's $800 and something, and it'll be literally waiting for them. Bruce, we're going to do everything on chain. You were adamant. I mean, you're the guy that created the collection. You were. I said I could do the Thai bank transfer, but you were well, why not do it on chain? The whole process, right? Remember?
Yep.
You just DM. Can you DM the RAC FM account? Michael's Atom address, and there should be probably a memo because I presume he's on a 6.
I'm gonna check.
We'll transfer it over now, yeah? Are we going to do an Atom transfer, right?
Yeah, I think that's...
Hello, Bruce. Am I getting rogued or not?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I hear you both.
Sorry, who's still in the room? Finn, Sandy? I feel like I'm getting rogued here. Oi.
Can you not hear him? Can you hear me? Yeah, I don't think he can hear us.
I can hear all of you, but I think maybe
rogued,
you guys can't hear each other.
Yeah, he's gonna close down and reopen the app. I'm just on the Man That Rescues Dogs homepage right now. Gonna find everything.
Yeah, I shared that yesterday in the AI chill space. Last night I was up on Discord and making AI art, and I told everybody I shared the art. First I shared it because of the artwork, but then I slipped it in there. Hey guys, this is for wheelchairs for dogs, so check out this project. And I'm hoping he'll come back up here. Is he gonna come back up here?
Dog chariot racing. We prefer the term dog chariot racing.
Oh, thank you for correcting me. Dog chariot racing, because that's what it is. They don't think about it as a wheelchair. They think they're just running around.
That video of the dog, he's all hopping up and down. He's like so happy, like ready to just go race his chariot, his new shiny chariot. That shit makes me smile inside when I think of it that way.
Am I back or not? Because I've got a blank screen here on Twitter. Can you hear me?
Hey, there he is.
Oh,
can you hear us?
No, but Twitter's so bad right now. Literally, there's no one in the room except me. Like, literally. I'll have to screenshot it. Brucey, did you give me his Atom address or not?
I'm looking for it. I can find his Doge address.
Well, if not, we can do. I mean, I can do the bank transfer straight away. That's no problem. It's not like even like he kind of needs it kind of thing. It's like a reserve. Like the Adam's probably like, be able to sit there till the market reverses a little bit. But it just would be nice live to send something, right?
Do you have? Are you doing it on a phone?
Well, I'm sitting out in the garden because it's like, fucking Saturday night. Fucking, what time is it? I'm chilled. I mean, the dogs are not out because there's no way they're coming out right now. It's like 11:15, bro. I'm sitting in my little lazy boy chair. Like, I can go and grab a tablet or PC or whatever. What do we need? What do we need?
Oh, it's just because I can find QR codes of his Doge, Bitcoin, and ETH deposit address, but I cannot find his Atom apparently.
I thought you said
no. Didn't you say he Didn't he DM you the Atom address?
No, he didn't.
I thought you said he DM'd it to you. Oh.
Bruce,
you better hit him up and get that shit.
Bruce, when Bruce and I had a conversation about this other day, right? Remember, mate?
Yeah, and I know he has Atom because he writes about getting Atom as well.
We talked about whether we should do it through the Thai bank account or not. I mean, I'll bang it through my Thai bank account in seconds. I'll just have to go on there, centralized exchange and do it, but I'd rather not. Like, not for my purposes, but for, like, just for transparency purposes. I'll still post the screenshots, but
Yeah, I would prefer the on-chain option.
See, I know he's got the Angel wallet, right? And the endowment thing, but like we didn't want to be doing that, right? That wasn't our plan. Like we wanted to do shit ourselves, kind of just in our way, like right now, yeah? Fuck it. Like if there's no Atom address, I'm just going to send them the cash. Moll should be coming on soon. And dude, I'm getting rugged again. I'm going to have to jump out and see if I can come back in, right? 1 minute, bros.
Do that. You could also just go ahead.
Can somebody tell me what is this showcase Empawrium beta? So what is what's the purpose of this? What are we doing in this space today? What should I be learning and paying attention to?
So Empawrium is a marketplace, the only NFT marketplace on Chihuahua that is currently being finished and developed by the Racøøn team devs. And today is the beta release. We had the alpha release, I think, a month ago or something like that, right, Finn?
Did Bruce?
Yeah, it was when.
Did Bruce?
Yeah, it was like a month or so.
Did Bruce go all corporate there while I was away? Did he? Did he, Finn? Did he try, Finn? Did he?
He's just trying to keep the room on what the title of the room is and answer helpful questions that people have about what the Empawrium might perhaps be all
He's
about.
He's doing well, isn't he? The more fucking shit you give him, man, the better he does. Like literally, oh my goodness. I can't believe people came after Bruce. They really fucking offended me so much when they did that. Like, I was like, bro.
Don't
we
worry
needed
about
we needed a European connection. That like, bro, who couldn't understand we needed a European, like, we needed a Radio Luxembourg. This is World War II, and if you know what I'm talking. This is Radio Luxembourg.
Hey, why don't you guys just go to his entry on the Angel Marketplace? You can donate Juno or Atom or Axel USDC right there. And it doesn't have to go in the endowment account. If you hit the advanced options, you can just say make all of it 100% instantly available. And then it won't go into the endowment account. It'll go into his active working account.
And is there not,
if you wanted to do it that way?
Is there not an Atom address that we could just just send it ourselves, no?
I can't find it. Sorry.
Not this way. This is all through Angel Giving. But they do take Juno and Adam now, and you can put it all into the working account. Currently, it looks like he's got $685 in the endowment account and $190 in the current account. So if we just toss that into his current account, I mean, it'll be there for him, and it'll all be on chain. That's what I would do, but obviously whatever you guys want to do.
We could just write him a DM as well and ask for his address, because he do accept almost every cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
available.
I've got to presume he's through like a sex. I think he's through like BitCup. Obviously today I didn't want to prod him, if he's bad. But I mean, I could have got that info, but I just wasn't obviously thinking that, because I thought that was publicly available. Because when we had the conversation, Bruce, I was like, oh well, I can just transfer it. Like Adam, so
available. I never checked.
Yeah, I know, dude. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just mean if we'd had an Atom address available, I would go pop it through. Because really, you wouldn't want to pop it through in any other currency, right? We can now, but he starts losing money in fucking fees and shit. Like that's the thing. There's 800 in stars. What do we do? Cash it straight out and put it through a Thai bank and give it to him. Maybe that's the best thing, right? Live, yeah.
I'm not sure. I would like to have it on Zoom. I just
told you what to do. Go to his page. Here's the link, and then just donate it right here through Angel. That's what Angel's there for. The link is in the GC there.
So wait a minute. He has access to that immediately.
Yeah, you can set it up.
Here, send it to me, and I will fucking do this for you guys. Jesus Christ, this shouldn't be this hard.
Will ya?
This shouldn't be this hard.
Okay. Well, it's
Send
midnight.
the stars.
Yeah.
No, I get it. Send the stars to the Terra Spaces stars account, and I will throw it into his Angel active account, because you have to make sure. I mean, you can do it, but when you do it, make sure you hit advance, slide that slider all the way to 100%, so that whatever is being donated goes into his active account, not the endowment account, so that he can use it now and not later.
And I put the link to his profile on Angel up in the nest.
There you go. But that's the trick. If you just make a regular donation, I think it either splits it or it all goes into the endowment account. I forget what default is. But there's that advanced options, hit that, and you'll see endowment and then current, and then you just slide that over, and then you're good to go.
And you can send it in Juno, Atom, or Axel USDC.
Yes, it's nice.
Very nice. You will never get this. So I baked a fucking cake today. I'm gonna eat all by myself.
Nice. Do you want to go back now and answer Sandy's question?
Oh, what was it with the Empawrium? Yeah.
What the fuck is the Empawrium? There you go.
Yeah, the Chihuahua part got me excited. I got gazillions of Chihuahua coins that I've been staking, so I want to go spend it on something. So yeah, please tell me. And if it's an NFT marketplace, I want to go there too.
Okay. It is an NFT marketplace, and it's the next level NFT marketplace. Yeah, you haven't seen anything like this before. Still in beta. Almost every feature is going to be released tonight. And yeah, if you have a lot of Chihuahua, you should also go to chihuahua.racøøn.bet and then go to the sanctuary there and save some rabid raccoons and participate in the game. It's a nice little NFT game that's been built. Did I miss something?
The smarter that we get with technology and life in general, the more time we have to play, right? I mean, we did all of this to get away from the central banks and change our financial global system. And now we're like, yeah, good music, good games. Let's do it. And you know what? That's a good thing, because we need to have fun.
It's not fun without fun, man. And remember, fun and mental is fundamental.
I can officially confirm that the 50-odd thousand or whatever it is have left the hot wallet and are now in the Terra Spaces donate wallet, and which will now be getting redirected in the right way.
I'm rich, bitch. I'm rich, bitch. See ya.
All on chain. I love it. It's like, okay, it's not my responsibility anymore. It's Finn's.
Gonna pass this buck right over to Bruce now. Watch this get passed around. You're gonna end up in Mole's pocket. Mole, take care of this, would you? It's gonna end up in the Coogee pool, the bow pool for. All right, I will take care of this right now. Just like,
bro, it's pretty cool though. Wait, it's pretty cool. Like you know, Michael constantly like fights for. The fight for fundraising and the continuity to try to build up. Like, I mean, it's the costs. Like, I remember the costs in like 2013, 2014. And then like when you hear about like the costs in like 2019, 2020, like then what happened with COVID and like the increase in the fucking dogs, I really wish he would come on. I mean, he will do obviously, but he's been on before. COVID killed them. I mean, loads of foreigners left the country. All the foreigners that left the country just left the dogs outside on the street because that's what Thailand's like. But not only that, loads of Thais like out to Bangkok and like the major cities like moved back up country to the family and that, you know, because it was their money. Like it's a hard fucking breaking story of like going from like 300-400, right, to 1,100 in your sanctuary and then another fucking 200 on the street that you care for daily. It's like, man, like. And obviously the medical care and blah. I mean, it's a full facility with their own like on-site vet. Like there's say sanctuaries don't have what they have. Like dog places, dog pounds generally don't have an on-site like a vet constantly. They'll have someone who'll come in. So like. And the parvo outbreak, I mean, you can go back and look to 2014, I think 15. So about 8 years ago. And man, he had this parvo outbreak that was just insane. And I remember like literally everybody having to fucking get involved to be able to help them out. And like literally the parvo, it's weird because parvo outbreak gave them this like springboard where they were able to start like perpetually like funding themselves. Like, but they're always just covering like the basics of everything. Do you know what I mean? There's no like extra operating costs to be able to like, you know, buy some more cages or some more tables for the doctor, like the vet or like the vet section, or they're always just like managing to get by. But like, he has these moments where, like, the King of Thailand, who loves him, by the way, you know, the King's donated many times. He'll have these moments where, like, he'll get these, like, big contributions from the municipality, of the province, or the King will send him stuff, or, like, you know, the foreigners, like, everybody tries to help. And it's like, people think a grand is not much. And, like, I'm telling you, like, you minted out 20%, guys, of the collection, and at 75, we'll burn the lot because RAC FM want fuck all. In fact, if we left it at minted 100, we'll just give it to them. Finn's record that we're dropping right now, he's like, bro, whatever money comes from that, just give it to the dogs. Like none of us care about money, but we all care about making a difference and being represented in the world in the right way. Like, I think we talk about this many times, proof of reputation is going to become like in the future with Web3 and anonymity and et cetera. Proof of reputation is going to become massive. How are you going to build that? Well, it starts today. It starts now. And you try to make a difference in the world. Yeah, Sandy? Well, Sandy's been making a difference in the world for a long time, man, guys. If you don't know anything about her or her history, she's a real lifelong, like, lover of, like, helping people like me.
I connected with you the very first day, and I knew that we were birds of a feather who flocked together. And it's just, I guess the bigger issue is that not everybody has the capacity to deal with the extra stuff. And you know what? There's levels of it. I'm in Laguna Beach. People come buy these plastic beach toys, play all day, and then they leave them at the shoreline. So I guess the dad and the mom, they're just so tired with the kids and everything that they just don't even have the capacity to pick up these plastic beach toys and bring them by the trash can. So you know what's happened is the locals who live there on the beach, and many of them are very powerful CEOs, at sunset, we walk and we pick up this trash on the shoreline. And it's bad during the 3 months. Or when, loved ones die, or, the story you described about the dogs in Thailand and COVID. Yeah. And so, I realized that when my mother got sick with cancer and died, and all my other siblings freaked out and couldn't deal with it because they didn't have the capacity at the time, that's what it is. And so the people who stay and take care of those stray dogs who've been abandoned, they have the capacity. So we do need to stick together. We do need to help. And I just feel like when you make a little bright light, you don't know how far that reaches and how many other people you help. And basically, there's just a scale in the universe of the good and the bad. And every thought that you have, every deed that you do, you just put that on the scale.
Sandy,
so that's it.
Sandy, darling, there used to be a saying before, and it used to be like the English-speaking world is divided into two parties, those that have read Tolkien and those that haven't. This was like a famous expression in a newspaper, I think it was the Times of London or the Guardian back in the 40s, whatever. I feel that way about stray dogs, or about like mistreated or ill-treated dogs, because I've got a real affinity with them, right? But I took on a dog at 4 that was obviously a rare breed, a sharp here, had been, in a puppy farm that estimated that it had at least 2 litters a year. And for some reason, I was in a place in my life at the time that was quite difficult. People might not believe it at the time. Anyone who would have looked at me would have went, "Wow, Robo, you're living the best life." But that was just totally fake. There was so much pressure on it, everything. We got the house, we got married, we got the car, we got the second bike. The money was flying hand over fist. But my missus didn't even realise that we need to tone stuff down. She still thought you could live the fucking high life of singles, blah blah blah. We had the mother and the father that we got originally, and obviously we got the sharp hair, the rescue dog with them. But then we had the puppies, and man, honest to God, I've gone through this time in my life where this dog, I felt like her. No, I felt like I didn't belong. I felt like I didn't have a place. I felt at that time that literally she loved me and I loved her, and that was pretty much all my fucking life was really and I was kind of wrong because my other dogs obviously were but it was just
all right. Hey.
Anyway, I'll shut up.
We good. So 59,000 stars. I like round numbers, so I turned it into 60,000 stars. Forgot that this angel thing's on Juno, so I swapped the atom. Then had to put it onto Juno, and then we made the donation of 80 Atom. So we kicked in a few more just to keep the numbers round. The actual conversion was 76.797301. So yeah, 80 Atom done. The screenshot and the link to the Chain Explorer and the GC, if you guys want to pin that up or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix that.
People want to see it. Job well done, everybody. Thank you.
Awesome.
Congratulations. What do you think, Sandy? 80 Atom. We've just done that in one day, us together. 80 Atom to help out the dogs. How do you feel, Sandy?
Oh my God, I just got the goosebumps. And you know what? I like that number. I like the number 8. So 80 is good, and that's a lot of money for just starting this project. Congratulations to you guys. Congratulations to all of us, and congratulations to the good. And what you were saying earlier about your reputation, Web3, and all that. Of course, that's going to be true. It's true in the real world. It's going to be even more true on the web. So as you guys are building your reputation and all the things you're doing, people will know this because you know what? The blockchain doesn't lie. Okay, people are going to look at the history of the blockchain, of who you are and what you're doing, And I know this space is being recorded. I don't care. I'm going to say it. But I left Womanverse, community I started because the other founder wanted to use the money to buy our art and to fatten our wallets. And I'm like, no, that's not what Womanverse Museum is about. It's about onboarding, enabling other artists, and helping women around the world be found. And so I left that because maybe today nobody cares. But you know what? People are going to look at the history. They're going to see what you've been doing on the blockchain and who you are. And so in the real world, my name is Bonakdar. So that's my last name in the real world. And that actually means something. So, when I went to Iran in 97, my family's had a good reputation for being honest and good. So here we are in Web3. And it's good. I think Web3, crypto, I think making money is easy. Making money is not hard. Spending it is hard. Where you choose to spend your money, what you give value to, right? So this is something my mother told me. She's like, making money is easy. How you spend it is hard. Deciding how to properly spend it. So congratulations. And thank you, Finn, for going through all that and actually getting it done and being so smart. Very nice.
Yeah, thank you, Finn, for being very smart.
Don't say that. I just click the buttons, but yeah, it's good to be able to help out and do that kind of shit. Definitely, especially with everything that's going on. It's good to be able to do our little part and help out where we can.
By the way, I'm very smart too. My dad made me do all the VHS stuff, anything that didn't work, and even at work in Department of Information Computer Science and Department of Ophthalmology at UC Irvine. I helped everybody with their technical shit because I worked in Department of Information Computer Science in 1991. And back then, there was no Gmail, any of that. And so we're all smart to be here, but there's levels of smartness. I actually don't know how to code. I'm really good at using shit, but I'm not good at.
Yeah, I'm the same exact way. When our school got our first computer, the teacher was like, "You mess around with this and then tell me what I need to know." And I was like, all right. And so that's how it went down. And we just got to play around with it. And then we told the teacher what the teacher needed to be able to teach the rest of the class how to use it. It was like a Mac 2 SE or something. When they first came out, this was years ago. But yeah, I don't know how to code at all, but I know how to interact and figure out, what's going on. And the Empawrium's live. Empawrium.wtf.
It might be.
It's live.
It might be live.
It's live. Let's go.
It might be live. By the way, I've been getting rugged for 10 minutes. It might be live, but where are the devs? I mean, they said they were joining. I mean, where are they doing it?
But they will join. They will join in 22 minutes, is what they said. They just wanted to make sure everything was smooth, and they wanted to be available to take care of any bugs in the beginning.
I got a message 20 minutes ago that said they were joining in 14 minutes. So you've seen Snatch. You know the story, right? 10 minutes. You said it would be 5 minutes 10 minutes ago, right? Well, you know that old story, right? How did you get me talking pikey again last night? For fuck's sake, man.
Connect your wallets and mint your free NFT badges. Let's fucking go.
I'm outside. Who's got a spare wallet? What do I need to send from fucking Kepler Mobile? I'm not even anywhere near it. You're all going to have so much fun. I'm so happy. I just rather sit here, talk to you. After 4 hours of Dow tonight, I mean, come on. You lose the will to live being in front of Dow sometimes, don't you?
It can be a struggle.
Oh, yeah.
Has anyone replied to me, Ura? I mean, has anyone replied to what the fuck is going on? The JSON's fine. Just fucking Dow being a player. Listen, we all love Jake, but is it going to get to a stage where we're Jake, your UI is just fucking absolute fucking dog shit, bro? No,
hold on. Loving Jake has nothing to do with a D app that wants to catch my phone on fire every time I use it. I mean, these are two different things. I can love Jake and not love his code or his people's code or whatever. They're separated there.
But you can't love Jake the way Jake loves Jake.
Or the way Jake loves Dow, or the way Jake loves. I mean, listen, we were trying to be nice the other week about when mobile crashed, and we're like, Oh, I mean, Noah's such a nice guy, by the way. I have to say, it's one of the nicest people in crypto. But it's
the whole DAO team is really, really sweet and nice. I do like them, all of them.
Listen, we're giving them shit because we want them to improve. Isn't that how RAC FM work or not? Sorry, Bruce.
That's at least how you work on me.
Didn't I? You were a butt plug for the industry right now. Sorry, dude. I do apologise. I thought we were here to like to tell the truth. I mean, Finn's been calling this for a long time.
You got to break them. You got to break them down completely and then build them back up. Otherwise, you end up with Twitter code that's been legacy for the last 22 years and just nothing gets fixed.
I don't want to be legacy code. I don't want to be legacy code.
Oh, Finn. Sorry, Bruce. Legacy code, though. Oh, my goodness. He's killing it, isn't he? Has anybody noticed Finn's PM?
He's always killed it.
Oh, he's one of the most...
He started in 2008 killing it, and he never dropped the knife.
He's one of the most articulate people in the industry, and he also I tell you what, if no one's gone back and listened to last Monday, Finn, I get what you're talking about now. You know, when you're in the group chat and you're talking about last Monday, the 1st, and you're like, what do you cats want me to do with this? Like, I now get what you're talking about. Like, dude, oh my goodness, that was crazy, dude. Amazing.
I'm glad. I'm glad people are enjoying it.
We actually had a conversation, guys, about something that happened 4 days later, and nobody could have known it, but maybe us cats did. I don't know. That's all I'm saying. It's kind of freaky.
Are these mints working? These mints are working so smooth. I'm just going down the list. Smooth. I assume that's what we're supposed to do, right? We go mint one of each. Okay.
Can you tweet that? Could you pin that up in the room? Because I'm about to get back in my house, and I want to.
Oh, come on, Sandy. Get mint.
It looks like the only issue anybody's having is that it doesn't auto connect your wallet. So when you load up the Empawrium, hit the launch pad, you'll have to hit the 3 bars on the top right and then hit connect wallet. And then once you're connected, you should be good to go.
Finn's not missing out this time, is he? Sounds like he missed out the last time. He's like, this time he's ready. Sorry, bro.
Locked and loaded. Fool me once, shame on me, but I ain't missing another mint like that.
You can pay in whale or more. You can pay in five currencies? Is that right?
So Sandy, if you go up in the nest and look at the recent tweet, that's the homepage to the mint.
Are you sending that to me, or Mong?
The one before the dog, yes.
Don't trust Bruce. Don't trust Bruce. We don't know where he's sending you, man. The shit he's been put in the nest.
I was trying to mint free badges, and now I have a bag of Pepe and a bag of Mong. I have no idea what's going on right now.
Did you miss the misser again?
Oh, God. Did you hear him say it again?
Dude, he pulled out that meme as soon as I told him that I got out of Pepe at 250 mil instead of riding it all the way up to $1 billion like the rest of these degens. Bro. And then he just immediately hit me with the meme. I was like, God damn it, I am the misser now. Fuck.
Bro, did you?
Bro, don't miss. I just hit 1 million market cap today. I'm just saying.
Did you hear Bruce when he told Stray Light to take a cold shower the other night or not? On Monday? And Stray Light's fucking angry as fuck. And Bruce is like, we'll be here when you get back. Did you hear that or not, Finn? Yeah. Finn's the only one that he has as many spaces as I do, put it that way. Oh my God. When Stray Light got offended by Bbandz using their Pappy. Calm down, Pappy. And he's like, I'm so angry right now. And Bruce bro, go and take a shower. Cold shower. We'll be here when you get back. Only Arnie's dropping those. We've been missing that Arnie, haven't we?
I could give you a little context to that. So I'm a member of a local bathhouse. It's a very, very old, very nice bathhouse. And we only use wood to heat up the sauna. And it's a unisex sauna, and no clothes is allowed. It's weird. It's weird when we're 10 naked people in the sauna and somebody kicks them in with clothes on.
It's not weird. It's fucking Denmark.
It's fucking weird to be 10 people in a room and everybody's naked, and then one person come in with clothes, and we are 10 people going what the fuck are you trying to hide? But
Bro, are you
sometimes
even Scandinavian? You don't even sound Scandinavian right now. You sound like some fucking Irish dude wrapped in a towel in the middle of fucking... He's like, what do I do? What do I do?
I think I'm Scandinavian. Even though I can't find my documents, I can't find my birth certificate.
I'm joking, man. I'm taking the piss.
I know. But anyway, so sometimes in the sauna, there's tourists and people who not are used to being with the opposite gender naked without it being sexual. So things changes, you know. And this is where we go, dude. You gotta leave or you gotta go take a shower, man. Cool down. Not appropriate.
Where you been? He only gets offended when strangers come in the room. All the locals are like,
he's
John.
Right. I was that tourist in Holland. In 2007, they're the same way in Holland. I was very sick. I was really congested. They were having a very cold winter. So I asked my cousin to find a place where I could go in a sauna. So she's like, yeah, okay, I found a place. But the thing is it's unisex, you know, it's mixed. And I'm like, okay, whatever, let me just go. And then I thought, okay, well, I'll just go there and just wrap a towel around me or whatever. But then I realized everybody's naked and I'm going to stand out. So it would be so much better for me to just act normal and get naked and go sit in the sauna and you know, be cool than try to like cover up and make everybody uncomfortable and stick out and just change the whole vibe. And but you know what? It was really difficult. But I learned so much because, first of all, I'm from Iran. So talk about, you know, being raised in separate worlds. But I grew up in Southern California. And I also lived in Hawaii where I went skinny dipping, you know, where, you know, the beaches that I knew nobody was there. So I wasn't that hard. But then I realized that Americans have, you know, there's a lot of talk about sex, but they're very uptight. You know, you don't even see boobs in commercials.
Oh, but Sandy, it's not. Sandy, it's not about that though. It's not because I went out when I was like about 21 or 22. I went to a nudist beach in Greece, and that's because the Greeks didn't give a fuck, by the way. And honest to God, I lasted like all of like fucking 4 minutes. No. So the minute, like I'm not gonna lie, the minute me told you went hello, I just like had a bail it, like I had a run, like I was gone. That was it. I went to is it Kavos? Kavos, isn't it? Where the nudist beach is, if anyone knows. Oh man, the Europeans love it, didn't they? Walking around with tits flying all over and everything. You're like, what the fuck? Like, put them in some shopping bags, please.
I do nude bathing downtown in the local canals, man.
Finn,
you know, like also the geography, because like in Europe in the summertime, they'll go lay out naked, you know, in the sun in the parks so that their body will get sunshine. You know, we don't have to do that. We get plenty of sunshine here. So I think part of it has to do with the geography and part of it has to do with their advanced understanding. And I think it's more civilized to just realize, you know what, animals don't cover up, you know, and when you go in a steam room, big deal, you know, it's like bathing suits. And so I got over the nudity thing thanks to
Bruce said he went up the canal. Bruce said that he went up the canal with nothing on. I mean, I died and Finn left. I mean, that's how bad that one was. I nearly broke a lung and Finn left. Bruce, you swim up the canal naked? I mean, bro, come on. Didn't expect
No, I go down to the parliament. So the Danish parliament is, so downtown Copenhagen is filled with canals, right? And the Danish parliament is basically surrounded by water.
Bro, Bangkok's covered in canals. Bangkok's covered in canals, but
so you know how it is.
Bro, Bangkok's covered in canals. Never once have I said, I might fancy a fucking swim in there. I mean, where does the clothes come from? There's two questions isn't there? Why are you swimming in the canal and why you wear no clothes in the canal when you swim there?
Okay, so it's a summer day. out with your friends, drinking a couple of beers, having fun. You're down by the water because it's always nice to be down the water. You want to jump in, so you take off your clothes.
You know, got your little Y fronts on or something. You know, like your little small johns on or something.
No, because I'm gonna get up after, man, and then I'm gonna take my clothes on and I'm gonna go out drinking or something.
You take your budgie smugglers off, do you?
Yeah, of course, man. They're gonna like
nowhere. Dude, you can put clothes on after you've been in your budgies. Like, if you've been having a swim in your budgies, you can put your clothes on and be normal. Like, you gotta take the pants off just because they're gonna get wet, nah?
Yeah, of course, man. It's in Denmark that's not unusual.
And you're swimming past the Parliament.
I jump off right next to the Parliament.
Holy fuck! I bet. Like, where you live, if you had, like, Thailand's weather would be the most amazing place in the world. Every single, I'm thinking about jumping in the canal in Denmark, even in, like, the middle of the fucking summer, and I'm like, probably not. Dude, how high do your temperatures get in the height of summer?
About, like, 25 degrees is a really, really hot day.
Fucking hell. I mean, we can get to like 29, 30, 31 in England before it like starts pumping like proper hot. Like, but then it's a fucking little island. There's no humidity. It's like people cry back home about 31. I'm like, bro, fuck off.
Yeah, 31 is hard for Danes to handle.
Bro, you know, I was talking about the heat here lately. I mean, it's been sending me insane. To the point, guys, this is no bullshit. The heat has been that bad here that I've been preferring to try, when I can, obviously with work and stuff, to try to sleep through the day and like stay awake at night. And I'm lucky my dogs can like accommodate me, or they just like to sleep fucking 20 hours a day anyway, those lazy cunts right now. But literally, I'm kind of like, I'd prefer 8 hours at night than 8 hours in the middle of the day, because it is fucking... I've lived through real crazy like heat situations. So once I was in Melbourne, it would have been late. It would have been around about August. July, August 2008. And they'd already had this like massive like sandstorm that like fucked up the air, like the sky and everything was like pink and shit for days, right? We were living in this like, I was like probably like living in Mad Max times. It comes down actually, believe it or not, from the Mad Max desert where they filmed it. It brushes down from the bottom of what they call the Great Dividing Range. So if you look at Australia and if you look at the East Coast, you'll see the Great Dividing Range, how it keeps the hot desert air from the coastal areas, right? And that's why like 70% of Australians live in that particular like area. It's because it's like quite protected. But bro, I was in this spot, right? I was in Melbourne, living in a fucking hostel, shared like room. I think there was like 12 beds or something in the room, like 6 bunks, 12 beds. And we'd been working so hard in this like oil, lubricant oil, like car lubricant oil fucking manufacturing thing, like for the valves. If anybody knows, when you go from petrol to LPG gas. So like the difference between using a liquid and using a gas means there's no lubrication. So when you do this shit, you have to have these like injectors and this like oil shit that goes in. It's a very special kind of oil. We used to work in this factory packing this shit day in, fucking day out, bro, while we're like buying the van and shit and saving up, yeah. And man, we hit this like period. I think it was like 4 days. And it basically got that hot that it broke the electricity. Like it fucked up, like, dude, the electricity. Like they had like fix like electric, you know, the big fucking power generator shit, and like it actually fucked melted shit, like, dude. I was like, what? So we had like no electric for like 2 days or something. But I think, if I remember rightly, and you can go and fact check me, this is like all online, the photos of the clouds and everything's all online. Like these pink dust clouds coming in. I think we had like over 44 degrees constantly for like 4 to 5 days solid. And like 2 of those days we had no electric. I tell you what, Bruce, it's got to be one of the most like brutal fucking moments of my life. Like we were like hovered around fans hooked up to generators and shit, man. It was ridiculous. Like the generators had fucking ran out after a couple of days, man. I'll never have to go through that. But right now, this is what talent feels like. Bro, like, I cannot begin to tell you it's the worst change from the cool season to the hot before the wet I've experienced in 11 years. There you go. 11 years, dude. And before I used to like run around doing like shit like, 12, 18 hours a fucking day, like as a teacher. And now I do nothing but like before. I used to do shitloads, fully dressed, suit, blah, blah, shirt, tie. Bro, this is like, so global warming, maybe I'll stop needed, like, I'll probably stop needed, like, saying that global warming is shit, and I might need to accept that, like, fucking hell, there is a change happening, actually.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's many ways to change the weather, right? And governments has admitted they have been doing it for many, many, many years.
Oh, apparently now they can change the weather with tax. I mean, that's the best thing about it, Bruce, isn't it? Like, mankind hasn't been able to change weather for fucking how many millions or billions of years, but hey, if you pay your taxes, we can, right?
Yeah. Yeah, when you look at when I look at the sun's cycles, and yeah, I don't want to get into that, but I think it's going to go the other way with the temperatures on a global scale during the next
What do you mean?
25 years.
What do you mean you don't want to get into it? We're killing time waiting for the raccoon devs because they're fucking either put shit code out or they're enjoying the spoils of war, right?
I think those two guys, when they're done tonight, they're going to go out. They're going to have a beer for 7.
I know where they are, man. Come on. Been interviewing them for like the best part of a year now.
Yeah. Good guys, man. You're not going to find fucking people like them anywhere.
Dude, I still say
very unique.
I still say that one of the greatest spaces you'll ever hear, and it's on the RAC FM channel on Spotify or wherever you want to go. I think it's like the first, like, he did the board meeting first, Finn. He's like, okay, I'll use these. I'm not going to use before then. But the EMA with Mo, literally like me and Mo, like 45 minutes or something. Just like every question possible, and then bang, audience open, like that. If you didn't get to know the devs and like Mo and us and that EMA, that's such a good like place to go back and just be like, okay. I think it's like if you go on the RAC FM channel that Finn will put out all the time. It's like not the first, I think it's the second one, right? It's like a 3-parter, yeah? You remember that one?
Yeah, that's a long time ago, man.
But not many questions as honest as that, though, at the time. Like literally, there was no rehearsal. There was no pre-screening. This is what I mean. These were our devs, right? And they wouldn't say like, oh, pre-screen, we want a pre-screen interview, blah, blah. And then we get like Say Network, Saga Network, Noble coming in, wanting to pre-screen us. Bro, fuck off. You're embarrassing yourself. Like literally, like I'm looking at our back catalogue. I have like 94 videos or what, 94 podcasts or whatever it is. Just go back and look at the back catalogue. Like, why are you going to even like, it's Bruce, how cringe is it when these like projects want to like pre-screen you and like, oh my God.
Bro, like, okay, I don't know, maybe I'm very unprofessional. Now I'm going to tell you how I do it. So many times the projects want to like talk in Telegram, which is fine. I don't care. I don't check it that often, but I go in there and we like agree on a date. And when I have the time and date agreed and confirmed, I forget about it until that day, right? And then I maybe 2 days later open up the Telegram chat, and they have asked all these different questions about all this. And it's okay. People are allowed to do it, right? But I don't respond to it because like we made the agreement. We're going to meet on this day. There you go.
Right, yeah, but okay, from my experience, and obviously I've been like bringing guests on for like well over a year now, way back to like before Sisler and Jack Zamplin and all them, right? That when after the Juno hold, there's 2 types of guests, right? That's it. Two types. And I don't want to stereotype, but there are the people that'll go, yeah, bro, fuck, let's go. That's it. Honestly, you'll get that much communication from them. You're like, well, bro, what about this day? I'm like, nah, we're fine. Like, there's teams out there that are so like kind of like mobile, flexible, adaptable, pliable, right? From our perspective as like interviewers kind of thing. And then there are these people that just bring baggage. Now, I've heard about these like A-list celebs, like who are like really hard to deal with. There are like A-list celebrities in the world that like loads of people just don't want to deal with. Whether that be like concert producers or record labels or what, blah, blah. Like the people's like reputation of this, like the way they think they are, bro, come on, be grounded. Nah? That's why I wanted Sonny on. I mean, we got Shane on, fucking class. Absolute class in a glass was Shane from Stars. Like, shout out if you want to come on, Sonny, man. Honestly, like we're not cunty, Sonny. You just know we're going to ask you the right kinds of questions, really. The questions that other people don't ask, right? Isn't this the truth, Bruce?
I think it is the truth. We just ask questions, right? Whatever we feel is the right question, and we don't do that much prepping either. Like what I do, I read about the history of the project and what they're doing right now, and a little about the different products they have. That's basically it. And then just try to have a real and authentic conversation about the important matters.
You're not gonna bring someone like Sonny on a RAC FM and say, "Oh, can you tell us like a little bit about yourself and your project?"
No, not at all. I do that for my purpose, so I have something to bounce up, not to talk about, right?
Yeah, but you know what I mean. You wouldn't bring someone on like Sonny or Shane or any of these big players and say, "Well, do you want to introduce yourself?" or like that. You expect your fucking audience to already know these people and all about them. You need to be kicking into like the proper real like conversations, man. That's
absolutely. What I also like, and I think that's valuable, if I can find some personal information on the guest, right, that is funny or special or something that they haven't shared, but that isn't like outing them in any way. For example, with Brian and his history as a hacker or stuff like that, right? That's interesting, and that's something that they normally wouldn't bring up in conversation.
No, well, yeah, but the best conversations, and I'm going to say this right here and fucking right now, the best conversations are when people like Dead Right from Kojera, how like he can drop in, like when he only came in to listen to the Stray Light one, and then Stray Light ghosted us, and he's like, "Oh well, lads." Literally, when you get these devs and these, L1BD managers or whatever, right, coming in, and they're like, "All right, lads," like they're coming in, they want the crack, and they're like, "That's what RAC FM is. That's what we want." That's why I've been trying to get Mustafa on, right, from Celestia for fucking over a year now. Sorry, guys, by the way, that was fucking ignorant. I do apologize. I couldn't keep it in. We've been trying to get like Mustafa on, like from Celestia. And I was talking to Sefi and OXAs about him the other night, about like this guy, like just hacking the US military in Iraq, like after the invasion. And you know something, he's tried to like talk about this like 2 or 3 times, like on a proper Celestia space, right? And I noticed that they shut them down. Like, it's kind of, you feel with Mustafa a little bit that it's just like MK Ultra, but like I'm only exaggerating there. I'm like making an example of like using something like MK Ultra to like make an example of what I'm talking about, but they shepherd him to kind of control him. And that's probably why they haven't like let him on our show and let him loose, let him live, is because like I've got 20 fucking questions for Mustafa that no one's ever asked him before. And I mean, Bruce, what about Erteman when he came on the other night, right? From Lavender and Secret, yeah? Like, and me hadn't been in touch. Like, none of us knew that was going on, right? No preparation, nothing, zilch. And that was unrecorded, so we can't back this up with evidence. But dude, we put particularly pulled out like the interview of like the week, like bang, he's there, your man. Wake up, you know, get the bit about your project, or you know, wasn't like that. That's not the fucking shit we do, man. You need to push limits. Can we get Brasco in the room, dudes? I feel like I'm. Well, where's our speakers gone? Sandy, I hope I'm not doing your head in, darling. Fucking rabbit at a time.
I was listening to everything. And if you look up in the nest, you'll see I made a little video of this morning. No, my morning is incredible. I'm enjoying the great global conversation. I'm learning stuff, and I like Empawrium. This is really cool. So I minted these NFTs, and I'm just kind of new to this. By the way, just a comment is, when you do go to this site, it does not automatically prompt you for your wallet. So you have to actually go and want to go to the top right and connect your wallet. And then when I go to my assets, so my collections. Okay, there it is. All collections. And okay, so when I go to collections, those are all my collections, right? Is that right? So when I go to that.
Am I getting rugged here or what?
Maybe I couldn't hear you. Can you hear me?
I hear you. But nice video, Sandy.
I can multitask. Thank you.
Holy moly. Honest God, I'm getting rugged so bad. Sandy, Bruce, can you hear me or not?
I hear you.
We got you now.
Guys, like literally, Sandy went, great global conversation, and then Twitter just crashed for me, and I'm like now, I'm going to take a screenshot. Wait a minute to show you guys, right? There's only me in the space right now, and it keeps telling me that like Bruce is the co-host, you know, that one. Sandy, great global conversation though. You piqued my interest there, right? Because PIQ, by the way, guys. Sandy, not many people talk about that. So you must be either an SAT teacher, or you've had to do the test yourself, or you've helped kids before. Like, where does the expression "great global conversation" come from, Sandy? What you said there?
Well, because we're global. Look at us. We're all on different continents, but yet we have the same issues in common. You know, we love dogs. You know, we've been affected by COVID in the same way, many of us, the hardships we've been through. And so it is a global conversation. It's just happening in English. But really, you know, this is Iranian, Australian, European, probably Latin America is here too. And, you know, so this is really cool. And can I ask a question about the Empawrium? I'm trying to figure out. So I minted 2 NFTs. Sorry to get off topic to the actual what we're doing in the space, but like I minted 2 NFTs, but where do I see them? Where are they? It shows me how much Chihuahua I have, but it says we're having connection issues too. So I don't know if you can hear me.
There's this principle in like Taoism. There's this principle in like Taoism where it's like the more you fight something, the more like the opposite of what you want, like just inevitably it kind of starts to happen. There's this principle in like Taoism where it's like the more you fight something, the more like the opposite of what you want, inevitably it kind of starts to happen.
Chirping on the Bird app, listening to nerds slap, wondering why the fuck my timeline's so cursed. It's like everybody's holding heavy bags in Web3. That's why they can't fly, they just drowning in the bird bath, fishing for some dry powder. Watch how we ignite the tower, blowing up their bank accounts, forgetting how to fight the power. Y'all don't even realize how deep this shit goes. They preaching open source, but don't listen to the code. And now it's mutiny, community, uprise. There's no more humility, futility, plus size. Motherfuckers leaking from the wrench down to the bare metal. Which side the line you bleeding out on when the dust settles? Motherfucking west side shit, needle and noose. Sticking with my armory, and Beto and Bruce. Repping psychedelic artistry, believing the truth. Like these motherfuckers even need a reason to sue? GM fam.
Is it really worth all the effort? Is it really worth all the fighting? Is it really worth all the drama? And the answer, I think, is a clear no.
They started using Zoom, now we finna zoom out. Teaching all these plebiscites what this game's really all about. Little baby bitches when they choose to have hits. All you're left with is kibble when you lose all them bits, and that kibble's just sawdust. The shit is all rust, not a great look, you're what we'd call all nuts. And I for one did not see that coming. Cracking open books, yo, that's a lot of money. Meanwhile, over here, rewiring features, more critical thinking, less knee-jerk, more evolution, less shitcoin preachers pretending to be teachers. Y'all just predatory leeches. I mean, please, just look at the track record. A bunch of VC rap fucks sucking up the cheddar. The recipe is 2 steps, rinse and repeat. Now we all in your butts and we bring in receipts. GM fam, have a seat.
If you're listening to this, my plea to you would be like, don't have to take a side on it. Just say like, is it really worth this war of attrition? It might cost us a lot more than what can be gained by like fighting this to the bitter end. And sometimes it's better to just like move on.
TerraSpaces.